Hello, everybody. I hope you are well today. Hold on. I might not have probably. No, I didn't quite pause it. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you're doing well today. It is Thursday, August 24th, and you are in my kitchen once again. You've always been in my kitchen. The camera literally is just turned. That's the wall I normally stand up against. This is the kitchen. I hope that everybody's doing well today. I see Katie Watson here. I see Lisa Figueroa. I see RLS 0523, Vicky Pathless. I saw Courtney earlier. Who else? Sashina's here. Oh, Sashina, I also saw what you said earlier about don't expect much. You've already given me such a fabulous idea by coming on the show, so don't even worry about it. If you literally come on and don't say a word or it doesn't work, it'll still be a success because I've decided what I'm going to do is we're going to alternate our Fridays. So we're going to do one Friday that we will call Fucked Up Friday, and we will cover fucked up cases. And then we're going to do the bi-weekly Follow Friday or Friends Friday. So anybody that has a channel or something that they would like to talk about and would like to show me and I can show all of you guys, we'll do that every second Friday. We'll start with Sashina and then we'll go on from there. Um, yeah, I just think that's a fun way to do that. And I appreciate it. I mean, back in the day, the original Twitter days, like hashtag FF Follow Friday was a big thing. I'm just jumping right on that bandwagon and getting it going. Oh, Mayor's here. Beverly Bradford is here. I hope if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. I will be watching it as we go. Look at the cool little Discord symbol I found. Reminder, sign up for the Discord. I'll post the link. Um, what else? Oh, we are also on an official countdown to me coming to Florida. That's very exciting. I'm excited. So, there's going to be some vlog style stuff coming up, as well as regular court streams. So, just be prepared for that. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. That's okay. But I think some of you would like it. I think I'm going to do a packing live stream where I show y'all what I'm going to pack to bring to Florida and get some advice. Because you know how sometimes you just need somebody to be like, no, girlfriend, you do not need to bring that. So that's on the horizon. Last night I got all excited and I like separated out all the clothes I do want to bring a little bit and the shoes and all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm going to be there for a couple weeks. So that's the whole point. Like I want to meet some of you guys hopefully, but also get some work done from there. I work best out of the country is what I've learned. KH is here. Lovely to see you. Ellie's going home to Florida. Where in Florida abouts? Well, you don't have to tell us that. Don't dox her. But I'll be in Orlando, and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I don't want to say all the plans I have because they might be a little too much for people, but let's just say I got some plans. If somebody wants to find me a karaoke place that live streams their karaoke, I will definitely do a meetup there that we can watch on the live stream somehow together. I don't know if I would, I mean, I guess somebody else would have to run that if I was there in person. Hmm. Also, I will absolutely live stream the meetup as well. For you guys that can't make it, I will do that for you. No worries. Bruce Davis is here. Welcome, welcome, guys. Very, very helpful to me if you would make sure that you're subbed to this new channel. If you are not, oh, you're in Illinois, T-Rex. I've been to Illinois. Um, if you are not already subscribed to this channel, oh, it'd be so helpful if you would do that. We just hit 250 subscribers. I'm so thankful for the OG 250 crew, let's call them. Um, yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys for continuing to support the channel. We're at 254 now. And yes, clock in for your shift. You know it is a free way you can help me out by hitting that like button for YouTube Daddy. That is his little tickle button. You know how that goes. Um, Actually, he doesn't even mind if you hit the dislike. I don't know. Orlando Chiquita, Donna, my friend. So excited that you're here. Glad to see you. Presto. Presto, you're here. Thank God. Can we start now? We've been waiting for you this whole time. I'm just kidding. And guess what? Just for you, we are not going to Clayton County tonight. Um, we are going to go down to Bothell, Washington. Um, you know how I love Bothell. Okay, in Tampa. See, I actually have no, I'm not actually sure where Tampa is in relation to Orlando. I'm barely sure where Orlando is. I was the prettiest liar on YouTube? What happened? Somebody else get in the game? They grifting? I'm just joking. I don't lie. I never lie. I'm getting a lot of red. We're pulling a lot of red with this new angle, but it's working out at this point. Northwest on the Gulf Coast. Lisa, I love that you think I'm smart enough to understand what that means. I'm not. I guess I'm just like okay, 2 hours west again. But again, like I'm just not, my brain doesn't work in like west. Bleh. Can't even say it. West. I just saw my tongue there. Back in the day, I used to have what's called a geographic tongue, but I don't think I have that anymore. What the fuck what did I cut out? We can't take the time to think about that right now. Med check, Sashina, thank you so much. Good reminder. Grammy Rita is here. Donna, I guess I drive fast. Why? How fast do you do it? Is it not 2 hours for you, or Donna? That's funny. Um, like I said, we are working with some new cases from Bothell, and then I have a few bond hearings. I don't know where they're from. They were emailed to me by a lovely viewer. Um, Also, I do look like I got some sun today. I will say this before we start. I mean, I'm very quite white. I mean, I'm not, obviously not trying to be racist, but like, I'm just very pale. And it's unusual for me to find a tan line, especially if it's not something I've worked on getting. So there are times when I've gotten a sunburn before, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, like, I can see the sunburn. But I found out that my feet, I have a little like a sandals tan. I had to look at them, for a moment. And I'm not even wearing them. I'm wearing some cuter shoes than that. But hi Mikey, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I was just talking about Orlando. The whole reason I'm going down to Orlando is to go to that meetup, also to hang out with Donna. Love you, Donna. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. If any of you are in driving distance, please make sure that you understand I'm flying from another country. So if y'all are like, oh, 2 hours is so far to drive, come on now, please. Um, yes, like get distracted. Oh, last thing I'm going to mention, because I am going to do some cooking tonight because I'm hungry a little bit. But I did, well, maybe is that a sunburn or is that just my blush? I went to the grocery store and I'll just say I'm not taking my meds because I've already taken them. I was very hungry on the way to the grocery store. I took my meds and they must have kicked in at the grocery store. I've never packed a bag of groceries so perfectly in my life. Usually it's quite haphazard, everything's sort of shoved in there. It looks like a professional bagger bagged this bag of groceries. And I spent half as much as I thought I would because I wasn't hungry by the time I got to the grocery store. It's actually a very smart way of doing it. I used to get stoned and go to the grocery store and just spend all my money. But Um, yes, like I said, please make sure that you've clocked in for your shift by hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the new channel. And if you have a channel and you would like to hang out with me on a Friday for a Follow Friday or a Fucked Up Friday, like if you're weird and you'd like to come hang out for Fucked Up Friday, we can do that too. Anyways, let's get going with what we have for tonight. Vicky says no Florida for you. It's too hot. I get it, Vicky, but I'm craving the heat since I left Texas. I have to say, I may have complained while I was there, but I loved it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's a great reminder. Let's do our you don't have a channel. Credence and Mikey, you don't have a channel? You should start one. My God. I bet you do well. Are you sure you have, maybe you were saying you don't have a channel, you have three or four? KH, 5.5 hours, that's not that far. Shit. People have driven further for less. Plus, if somebody doesn't get arrested and show up in bond court after this meetup, I swear to God. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I managed to go to Texas, hang out in Texas, and not get arrested. So I think that's the precedent that we've set for when I travel. That's what we're going with. A 28-hour drive, Grammy Rita? Okay. Well, y'all need to also check the airfare because airfare is a little bit cheap sometimes. So just keep that up. Sashina, 44 hours of driving? Sashina, is that how far I'm traveling? Am I traveling 3,000 miles? Okay, so we're doing our American lesson, which we're gonna have to ramp up. We're gonna have to ramp up my American. I'm traveling more than 3,000 miles. Anyways, we got to ramp up our American lessons because obviously not just spending a weekend there this time. I'm going to be there for a couple weeks. I really need to acclimate and get into the culture, the Florida culture, if you will, Florida man. So, right now, currently, it is 22 degrees in Canada. Let's go ahead in Canada, in my part of Canada. And now let's change that to Fahrenheit. 72 degrees. Okay. So 22 is hot to me. 72 doesn't sound hot. I'm not really sure why. Also, if you're just getting here, this is a much more standard beginning to my blog, my whatever these are, videos, blogs, vlogs, therapy sessions. We're going on 15 minutes. We haven't watched any court yet. That's okay. 5,164 kilometers. Sashina, is that what I'm traveling? Wow, that's far. Holy shit. No regrets. Never. Okay. That's driving miles, right? I'm flying probably as the crow flies, as they would say, or whatever. T-Rex says it's 88 degrees there. Oh, and 72 is standard room temperature in the United States. It's hot. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, nobody's told me what they have for dinner yet. I'm planning on making some pretty fucking sweet baked potatoes, except I don't want to turn on the oven. That's the honest God truth. But I was telling T-Rex when we were in Houston last week about this. I don't think I have it here. I think it's upstairs. My potato maker for in the microwave, it makes baked potatoes from raw in like 4 minutes. I might have to run upstairs and get that. Doubtful. I'm wearing heels. Doubtful, doubtful, doubtful. Okay. Was that T-Rex? That was not 3 weeks ago, was it? Shit. How does that work? And how does it make it that fast, Courtney? Is that what you're asking? It is like a sack of, it's like a red sack that's insulated. You can tell it's insulated. You put the potatoes in it after you wash them, microwave for like 4 minutes, and they're done. They're done perfectly too. here I am talking about going to Florida for a vacation, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna eat some. I will win the award for coming from the furthest to see you, Mikey. I hope so. I hope I get a really good prize for you only. Also, look at this guy's hair. Serious. No, don't skip to the end. God fucking damn it. You know, it would know I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to do that. It needs to be better.
To this level, but based
Shut
on our
up.
conversation
I'm not
today, I would be
ready.
asking the court to sign that order.
That guy's got even crazier hair. He looks miserable. I mean, I guess in jail most people are miserable, but doesn't he look miserable? Stylish facial hair, says Courtney. Oh my God, he just looked up so derisively. He was just like, which is an ugly angle for me, but still.
Good morning, everyone. We're here for the Bothell Municipal Court 9:30 in custody calendar for Thursday, the 24th of August. I'm Judge Mara Rosano. This calendar is being conducted on Zoom. It is also being live streamed to YouTube. Anyone watching on YouTube who wishes to participate in a particular case needs to go to the Bothell Municipal Court website, click on the link to video court, and then click on the link to enter the virtual courtroom. Once there, let the administrator know which case it is you wish to be heard on, and that information will be conveyed to me. The official record of these proceedings will be made and maintained by the Bothell Municipal Court. Anyone making a Okay, it looked like I just left there for a second. Anyone making a recording without having obtained prior approval of the court may be subject to legal action, including but not limited to contempt proceedings. With that,
Oh, that one was for me. I thought, oh, she's talking to us on YouTube, telling us how we can participate. But then came the warning, which I flout. I think we learned the word is recently. Isn't that correct, Sashina? I flout the court rule. I don't know if there's a better way to flout a court rule than to, while recording it and broadcasting it against court rules, speak and say it. I'm flouting it. Mayor, hugs for you. Hug, 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 hug. Look, I left room for you. Well, wait, you're a little gnome, so you can just be smushed up in my boobs.
I believe we are ready to proceed this morning. Good morning, Council.
Good morning, Your Honor. If we can first address off the 9/29 calendar, Mr. Martinez Sevilla. We do have Ms. Lucas present as an interpreter.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Lucas. If you could put your credentials on.
Sorry, Lisa Figueroa just said something hilarious. Top right lady, which I think is the Rule 9 intern, Sarah Yell, who's, she's an intern. But still, she does need bangs. Do I have a big forehead? I don't think I've never worried about my forehead before, but she seems generically pretty, but when I look at her forehead, it is huge. I'm confused.
On the record for me, please.
Buenos días, señora Lucas. Si puede poner sus credenciales en actas. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Maria Lucas, certified court interpreter. My oath is on file with the OC and I'm permanently sworn. Buenos días, señoría María Lucas, intérprete acreditado en los tribunales con juramento permanente en expediente. Llamando ahora al caso Martínez Ávila.
Your Honor, this is on for arraignment. This is one allegation of
Keep
theft
the
and
interpreter case again? Every fucking time. Oh my God. I apologize. People are leaving. I don't care. Also, thank you. I have an average size forehead, but I have miniature ears. They're like baby ears. So, I fucking hate the interpreter cases too. I just don't know how to pick them. Also, I hope the volume is good for you guys. It's low on my screen that I'm broadcasting it on. I'm trying to raise it up, and that's why I like just heard Spanish. But I hope you guys are getting the right volume because I'm not. And like I just noticed, if I have a 5 head, I guess not. If you do this and you have a 5 head, is that how you determine that you have a 5 head? My ears can still be grabbed? Yeah, probably. I think so. They're just tiny though. They're super tiny and they're really cute. And when you see them in person, you're like, oh my God, are you a baby? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm a sexy lady.
in the third degree. However, this is from an incident date of January 31st of 2023.
Señoría, estamos aquí para la instrucción de cargos de un cargo de robo en tercer grado, aunque esto es de un incidente del 31 de enero del 2023.
With the assistance of the interpreter, I did go over the maximum penalties for the charge as well as the elements of the crime.
Con la asistencia del intérprete, revise los castigos máximos y también los elementos que componen el delito.
We also discussed the constitutional rights he has at this stage of the proceeding, and he is indicating he has no additional questions at this time.
También se le habló de lo que son sus derechos constitucionales en este momento de los procedimientos e indicó que no tenía ninguna pregunta en este momento.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez Avia.
Buenos días, señor Martínez Ávila.
Buenos días, señoría.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're here for arraignment, so I need to confirm that Armando Martinez Avila is your true name.
Usted está aquí para instrucción de cargos. Tengo que confirmar que Armando Martínez Ávila es su nombre completo y verdadero.
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Pimentel just told me that
Thank you, Sashina. Although, no offense to Biggin. I love Biggin. He's like the grandpa, not the gnome paw, but the grandpa of YouTube, but of LawTube, I guess. But let's just say I don't feel comfortable over there because I'm a dirty, dirty whore.
she went over quite a bit of information with you this morning with the assistance of the interpreter.
La señora Pimentel me informó que revisó bastante información con usted con la asistencia del intérprete.
Sí.
Did you
Yes.
did you understand all of it?
¿Usted entendió todo ello?
Sí, sí entendí.
Yes, I did understand.
Ms. Pimentel.
Señora Pimentel,
We will acknowledge receipt of the complaint, waive formal reading, and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
señoría, reconocemos haber recibido el documento acusatorio, renunciamos a la lectura formal del mismo y nos declaramos no culpable.
Not guilty plea will enter.
¿Queda registrado que se declara no culpable?
Sí.
Yes.
The court has previously had an opportunity to review the police reports and did make a finding of probable cause. What is the city's request with regard to release and conditions?
Pues tuvo la oportunidad de revisar el informe de la policía en relación a la determinación de causa probable y la fiscalía qué condiciones quiere solicitar para dejar salir en libertad.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Yell, the Rule 9 intern for the city.
Buenos días, señoría. Sara Yel, pasante bajo la regla 9, representando a la Fiscalía.
The city is requesting to maintain the $3,000 bail.
La Fiscalía solicita que los $3,000 de fianza se mantengan.
The defendant has limited criminal history and only 2 failure to appears.
El acusado tiene antecedentes penales limitados y solo 2 faltas de comparecencia.
But he was previously booked on a warrant on this matter and released on his personal recognizance.
Pero entró en la cárcel por una orden de arresto y relacionada con esta causa y se le dejó salir en libertad bajo palabra de comparecer.
And the city is not confident he'll come to court.
La Fiscalía no está segura de que vaya a venir a las audiencias.
The city is requesting standard conditions
La Fiscalía solicita las condiciones estándar
and that Mr. Martinez Avila does not return to Home Depot.
y que el señor Martínez Ávila no regrese al Home Depot.
¿Está bien?
That's fine.
Ms. Pimentel,
Señora Pimentel.
And are both of those failures to appear, one was from the initial booking and the other was from a warrant?
Esos 2 fallos de comparecencia, uno fue por la entrada en la cárcel inicial y otra fue por una orden de arresto.
I think there was a indication in the docket that the notice had been returned.
Creo que había una indicación en las actas de que el aviso había sido devuelto por correo.
He does understand, obviously, he has this pending criminal case, and he will be returning to court if the court is willing to release him on his own recognizance.
Él entiende que tiene esta causa penal pendiente y está dispuesto a regresar al tribunal cuando su señoría se lo indique.
He indicated he has a cousin that lives in Everett that he will be staying with and can provide the court with that updated contact information if he is released.
Dice que tiene un primo en Everett con el que va a vivir y que me hará saber al tribunal la dirección en cuanto él salga de la cárcel.
Additionally, he is working some, however, based on the information he provided to me, I do believe he would still qualify for court-appointed counsel.
Parece que está trabajando algo, pero por la información que él me dio, me parece que él cumple con los requisitos para que se le dé un abogado defensor público.
all right. Mr. Martinez Avila,
Señor Martínez Ávila.
¿Dónde?
how would you like me
Yes.
to address you? Do you like Mr. Martinez Avila or would you prefer Mr. Martinez?
Señor, ¿cómo quiere que me dirija usted? ¿Señor Martínez Ávila o señor Martínez?
Señor Martínez.
Okay,
Mr. Martínez.
okay. Señor Martinez, or sorry, Mr. Martinez, I am going to release you on your personal recognizance, despite the fact that you did not appear twice in this case.
Señor Martínez, le voy a dejar salir en libertad bajo palabra de comparecer, aunque usted no compareció en 2 ocasiones en su caso.
Ms. Yell is going to make sure that I know if you don't appear the 3rd time, that I gave you this opportunity, right?
La señora Yel me va a hacer saber que si usted falla por una 3ª vez, fui yo que le di esta oportunidad, ¿de acuerdo?
¿Está bien?
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm releasing you on these conditions.
Le dejo salir en libertad bajo estas condiciones.
Notify the court in person or in writing of any change of address.
Notifique usted al tribunal en persona o por escrito de cualquier cambio en su dirección.
¿Está bien?
As you have discovered, it's very important
Okay.
that we get notices.
Why won't it work? I'm literally trying to get to the. First of all, this TV that I run all the streams on is labeled your mom. I don't know why. Such a weirdo. So everything I'm just like, I'm like, come on, your mom. Like, I need your mom to work for me. And yet it doesn't.
To you.
Como usted ha visto, es muy importante que los avisos le lleguen.
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Have no new criminal law violations for which there is probable cause.
No cometa nuevos quebrantamientos de la ley donde se determine que hay causa probable.
Make an appointment with your attorney and make it to that appointment because they can't help you if you're not talking to them, right?
Usted haga una cita con su abogado y vaya a esa cita porque no le pueden ayudar si usted no va a hablar con ellos.
Está
Make
bien.
it to make it to your court dates, which I'm going to give you in just a moment, okay?
Usted comparezca a las audiencias que le voy a dar de aquí un momentito
And have no contact with any Home Depot.
y no tenga ningún contacto con Home Depot.
Oh, y'all start late. First of all, in Canada, we don't go to school till September, after Labor Day. Okay? So all you people going back to school in fucking August is weird to me. August is the summer. Strictly summer. July, most of June, some of June, all of July, all of August, some of September. That's summer. If anybody ever asked me to go to school in August, I would be like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to do that. And I would just not go to school. Like, August to me should be 1,000% a free month. Also, I think that I figured out why this isn't working. I need to plug in my phone, so I'm going to dip off here and plug in my phone.
Está bien.
That's fine.
I will set this matter for pretrial on September 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Voy a poner esta causa para conferencia anterior a juicio el 28 de septiembre a la 1:30 de la tarde.
That will be in person at the Bothell Municipal Court.
Será en persona en el Tribunal Municipal de Bothell.
Está bien. 28 de
That's fine.
septiembre.
September 28th?
Yes.
Sí,
Your trial. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
diga.
No, 28 de septiembre a la 1:30 en el Tribunal de Baton.
So September 28th at 1:30 at the Bothell Court.
That's right.
Sí, así es.
Your trial will be scheduled in the November trial term, but your next court date that we just talked about is September 28th at 1:30 at the Bothell Municipal Court.
Entonces su juicio se programará para la sesión de juicios de noviembre, pero su próxima audiencia será el 28 de septiembre a la 1:30 de la tarde en el Tribunal Municipal de Bothell.
Está bien.
That's fine.
Based on the information that Ms. Pimentel gave me, I will preliminarily appoint court-appointed counsel for you.
Basándome en la información que me dio la señora Pimentel, le voy a designar un abogado defensor público temporalmente.
In the paperwork that you're going to receive from the court will be an affidavit for you to complete that asks you about your income, your assets, and your expenses.
En los documentos que se le va a dar hay una declaración, hay un papel para hacer una declaración jurada sobre lo que son sus ingresos, sus bienes, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, income, assets, and expenses. What's the third one?
Expenses.
Y lo que son sus gastos.
Without that document, I don't actually have a legal basis for granting you court-appointed counsel, and I might have to reverse my decision and charge you attorney's fees.
Sin ese documento no tengo la autoridad legal para designarle un abogado defensor público gratuito y quizás tenga que echar atrás mi decisión y cobrarle por los servicios de abogado.
So please get me that document, okay?
Así que por favor entrégueme ese documento, ¿de acuerdo?
Está bien.
That's fine.
And it will be in Spanish,
Y estará en español,
okay?
¿de acuerdo? That's fine.
All right. So we'll see you on September 28th at 1:30.
Le vemos entonces el 28 de septiembre a la 1:30.
But before then, you're going to make an appointment with Ms. Pimentel's office, so you'll be ready to go next time, right?
Pero antes de eso, usted va a hacer esa cita con la oficina de la señora Pimentel para estar ya listo para proceder, ¿de acuerdo?
Está bien.
That's fine.
All right. Take
Muy bien.
care. You then.
Cuídese.
Ujú.
Drama. Hi,
And that's
Grim.
Ms.
I don't
Lucas's
think there's
only
any
matter this
drama
morning.
around here. Is there? Did I miss that
Thank
too?
you, Ms. Lucas. You're free to leave and very much appreciate you being here this morning.
My pleasure, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Pimentel.
Thank you. Next on the
Now, we don't usually do politics around here, but we do other very divisive things. But no drama, no llama, no dolly. I love that, Sashina. Welcome though, Grim. I hope you've subbed to the new channel. Really, we don't have a lot of drama here. Sometimes when I just fought with your mom. FYI, your mom is the television that I use to stream everything, so I was just having a little bit of an argument with your mom. But I won. I'm back on top of your mom.
The 929 calendar, if we can address Mr. Runyon's matter, that's cause number 3A0186966. This is on for arraignment. Underlying allegation here being one count of driving while license suspended, third degree. I would note he is actually set for an out of custody arraignment tomorrow. His attorney contacted me on some unrelated charges, so he was transported to address that this morning, but we do have a resolution.
All right. Ms. Yell?
City moves to amend driving with license suspend the third degree to no valid operating license in the second degree and agreed $200 fine under RCW 46.20.015.
Your Honor, he would like to accept that, would agree to the committed finding. As far as setting up a payment plan, at this point, he's indicated that he believes he will be in custody at least for a few months. If the court would consider allowing him a little bit of additional time to set that up, just given the incarceration status.
All right. Mr. Runyon, good morning.
Good morning.
First thing I need to do is confirm that James Nathan Runyon is your true name. And I'm told by the attorneys that you would like to take advantage of the amendment that the city is proposing. Is that correct?
Yes, I would.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to get you to resolve your case this way? I'm sorry?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. There's something going on with the audio and we're not getting everything, but I heard you that time, so thank you. Then I will accept the city's motion to amend to the infraction of no valid operator's license second degree. I will accept your stipulation as committed to that infraction. I will impose the agreed upon penalty of $200. I will allow that you can do payments towards that, do community service hours or a combination thereof. I will allow that you can have a few months to get that.
Grim, I will say I haven't been active on my Facebook in like 5 years. I'm really not into drama. Like, I'm into other people's drama. I mean, I watch court cases all day long, nonstop, for the real life drama that you cannot get anywhere else. But in terms of with my friends and family who are people here, no, we don't do a lot of drama. We have conversations and discussions, and I will absolutely give my opinion on things. I'm not afraid to do that. And I don't think that that's necessarily politicking, T-Rex. I'm just joking. But seriously, even if maybe, like, as an American, maybe it sounds like I'm being political, but as a Canadian, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can generalize on behalf of most Canadians what they would categorize me as, but let's just say it's not a liberal. I found that so funny. I was called a liberal in Texas and I was really baffled. Very odd. Anyways, T-Rex and I are beefing though. Absolutely. We have a huge drama going. Fuck you, T-Rex. Just joking. Lisa, I know some people say that. They're like, people were talking to me about Trudeau, and I was like, y'all know about Justin Trudeau? Because the joke that we have is that you don't even know who our prime minister is. So the fact that some of you were telling me about his relationship status was literally weird. I wasn't prepared. I was obviously hanging out with a certain genre of people. But I'm trying to think back. I'm like, did I vote for him? I don't even know. Can't remember. I think I did. Actually, I'm an NDPer. I usually vote the New Democratic Party. But he's pretty hot. We'll say that.
Set up while you're in custody. I would also indicate that if while you're in custody, you're able to take any kind of courses or any self-help type situation with proof of that, the court will consider taking that as community service. All right. So with that, I think that concludes this case, unless you have any questions.
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, sir. Go Richard, here's something.
She got a Yeti cup. Yeti, sponsor me.
Your Honor, we need to address Mr. Jura's matter. He was not transported. That's 3A04034771. It's on for arraignment. I believe Mr. Jura is being held on other matters as well. So I don't know that he would still be in custody. I think we can just set this over to tomorrow and see if we can get him.
All right. City's position.
Yes, sir. Come on up. Have a
Over
seat.
to the city.
All right. So I will maintain the current bail amount on Mr. Jura, and we'll set this matter over to get him here. All right.
Next matter is Mr. Barone, or at least listed on the calendar.
Oh my gosh, Grim, what a funny story. Maybe not obviously, but I am from the west coast of Canada. I live on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. And I recently traveled to Houston, Texas for the Matsuri Anime Convention, which was so much fun. That's where I met T-Rex. That's why T-Rex is here. But there was an ongoing theme during my trip because I literally was trying to give homeless people money and they would not accept it because it was Canadian. And I get it. I'm not talking about like cents. I'm talking about toonies, okay? If you give a homeless person a toonie here, that's a fucking thank you. That's a thank you. And the taxi driver we had, oh, also, how do you want to know how if you can tell someone's Canadian? They'll tell you. I'm a first generation immigrant to Canada. I'm very proud of my Canadian heritage. And so, yeah, I will. Also, hi, Dana. But I will tell you I'm Canadian. I'll tell everybody this. How much is it? I think that's about $1.70 US. But it is a coin, which is confusing to some people. And so I had multiple interactions with people where I spoke with them, offered them the money, but then they gave me this perplexed look and were like, no, like almost like it was a trap. And I'm like, it's not a trap, you know? And oh, I have a story about that too, Grim. But we were in this, was it a lift? I think they're lifts. We don't have one. We were in a lift and this gentleman named Ricky picked us up and he talked the whole time. I was also very hungover. And I was not participating like I normally do. I'm usually very participating. But anyways, he at the end, I did end up telling that story where I said, I've been trying to give money to homeless people and they keep rejecting it. And he laughed so hard. Like, it was so fucking visceral that I gave him the money. I was like, here you go. You can tell this story. He's like, I'm going to tell this story to everybody. And I was like, this is, like, honestly hilarious to me. That was a great time. Is weed legal in Canada? Yes, Lisa Figueroa. Since 2017, marijuana has been legal in Canada through both the federal and provincial governments. It's regulated provincially, but for example, I was able to fly from Victoria to Calgary and I could have taken 30 grams of weed, like flour, plus concentrates, etc. It's fine to travel within Canada now on an airplane with marijuana. We already know how that went for me when I transited into the United States. But anyways, So I didn't, no. First of all, the beautiful people I was with you guys pay for your lifts ahead of time. Like you already do the price. We don't, I mean, in my part of Canada, we've had taxis until this year. So like you don't know what the price is going to be till the end because it runs on a meter. And that's not how it goes. So they had already paid this taxi driver. He was a wild guy. Like seriously, wild. And when is boy and girl legal or decriminalized? I don't know what you mean by boy and girl. There's no child corn allowed in Canada. But anyway, so they at the by when I told the story, he was laughing. Also, could not find where we needed to go. I'd like to point that out. At the very end, we said, we'll just get out here, Ricky. We good. We good. No, no, those are not legal in Canada. Nor, wait. Where I live, most hard drugs are decriminalized in Canada. We have he took so many wrong turns, T-Rex. I remember, I was just like, it said 8 minutes, 15 minutes ago, and I am gonna vomit in this car. But anyway, so decriminalization is a totally different ballgame than legalization. So marijuana is legalized, sold by the government. The other drugs are just decriminalized in the sense that the police don't have to, do it. Lisa says, everyone tells me you should try weed for your back problems. Lisa, I would not recommend smoking weed ever if you haven't smoked it before. I would never, ever encourage anybody to start smoking. That doesn't make sense. There are many other more effective and less detrimental ways for you to get the benefits of THC without smoking. So there's topical creams, there are tinctures that are made of oil or alcohol. There's many different things. So don't start smoking weed because while it is the most like prolific way to deal with THC, it's not the best way. So, but Lisa, hit me up because I have a really good cream for back pain, for arthritis, for psoriasis that I swear by. I buy it in bulk. It's not even a legal cream. Like I buy it on the black market. I mean, someone who isn't me buys it on the black market.
There's Mr. Barone, the arraignment 3A06320988. There is a review matter that was added to the calendar 3A00368555. However, obviously just in regards to the new law violation. I did submit to the court a proposed motion order for a 1077 evaluation. I do have concerns in regards to competency based on my conversations with him, as well as some of the statements that were listed in the report. I have had previous conversations with Mr. Baronin where I have also had concerns that did not reach up to this level. But based on our conversation today, I would be asking the court to sign that order.
All right.
Can I have a moment to speak with my attorney in private? Just 1 minute.
Ms. Pimentel, do you believe that would be advantageous at this time?
Single thing.
I defer to Your Honor. I don't know that that's going to change my mind, but if he would like a moment, I'm happy to give him one.
All right. So Mr. Barone, I will give you an opportunity to speak with your attorney briefly before we proceed on this matter. Okay.
Oh, okay. They're going to give him a moment. So that's a great moment for us to go ahead and switch over to the next one. Sashina's just asked, if you're just getting here, by the way, clock in for your shift by hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the new channel. Super helpful for me. Tomorrow is our very first Follow Friday, where Sashina is going to be joining me on the show. I think we'll do it at the same time, Sashina, 5:15, if that works for you. Sashina is going to be the first guest on Follow Friday. We're going to do twice monthly Follow Friday where we have friends that have channels or have something they want to share come on the channel with me on a Friday. And then we're going to alternate that with the very lovely Chef's Kiss, Fucked Up Friday, where we show you fucked up shit. Hi, Tin Man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Is Judge Manning in Fulton County? Lisa B says. Yes, she is in Fulton County. And let's remember, Fulton County is contiguous. And I do this every time I say contiguous now because that means it's touching Clayton County. So when a county is contiguous to a different county, that means that they are touching. Oh yeah. Fucked Up Friday is fun, Grim. And again, we have to do like trigger warnings and all that kind of stuff. But again, YouTube Daddy already demonetized me. What else can he do? What else can you do, YouTube Daddy? I mean, I'm not going to egg him on. Oh, also, see, I just scratched myself and see how like red it is? I'm like a magic marker. Hit me hard enough, you'll see it for a while. Want more Big D? Big D will be back, T-Rex, by the way. He's a classic of mine. We've done a lot of his stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me get this sorted out while I speak with you. Also, I would just like to take the time to show you guys this rock that I made, which I painted myself. That's a Harry Potter-esque 9 3/4 rock. I'd just like to point that out as like a bit of a, I don't know what it was. It's an art project that I was very happy with. It's heavy. I made a rock. Fuck, that was hard. One of the hardest things I ever made. Oh shit, I should just not hit the other button. But yes, I did. No, I painted the rock and then it's even got like brick marks on it if you look up close. See? Oh, a Dobby one would be really good. That would be really good. I love painting rocks. I'm not very good at painting or like art. All this art back here is my daughter's art. We stand my daughter and her amazing art. Because I don't do any of that. You know what? T-Rex, you might get your wish tonight. We might do some bond court. We'll see. MB's here. You're not that late, MB. Don't worry. You know how it takes me 54 minutes to do 21 minutes of court content. I wish I was kidding. I'm really not. Your wish was to watch Big D, Bond Court. I think we have a few of his old episodes still to watch, and then we have this. So he talked with her, now he's back. Man bun. Oh, I'll put in my own man.
Hey, we're back on the record on the 9:30 calendar. Ms. Pimentel.
Your defense is still requesting the court sign the 1077 order. Mr. Brown just wanted to discuss whether or not, if the court is going to sign that order, whether or not that would be happening in custody or out of custody. He wanted to stress that he does believe he has an address he could provide to the court as far as contact is concerned, and is requesting the court release him pending an out of custody evaluation.
Ms. Yell, does the city have any position on that?
Your Honor, the city's requesting to maintain the $1,000 bail and have it be an in custody competency evaluation.
On what basis?
He had a deferred sentence granted on July 27th, and then he had a new criminal law violation with less than a month. Said he's not confident that he can follow court orders.
Visiting a friend.
So rapid recidivism is the issue before me, Mr. Barone.
Rapid Recidivism, band name called it. Fucking sweet band name. Rapid Recidivism? Fuck yes. Fuck yes, that's a good band name.
Given the totality of the circumstances here and the information contained in the police report, as well as how quickly you are back before me, I am going to maintain the bail in the amount of $1,000. I am going to sign the 1077 order and have the evaluation done within, technically within 3 weeks, but hopefully sooner than that. We'll set this matter for hearing in 2 weeks. And I apologize, I need to look at my calendar. So that will be the 7th of September at 9:30 in the morning. Okay.
Might you be
So,
released from custody?
there's a $1,000 bail is set at this time.
Okay, I don't have that kind of money. Is there any consideration towards that matter? I mean, can we please lower it? Is there anything, please?
At this point in time, I've made my ruling, Mr. Barone. So we'll see you in 2 weeks on the 7th of September. If you do post bail, you will need to be back in court on Zoom at 9:30 in the morning on September 7th. Okay?
Your will the court directly appoint given the current
Yes.
status?
Yep, I will. So with that, that should conclude this matter.
Those are all of the matters that were listed on the 9/29 calendar. There was Mr. Mejia off the 9:30 calendar that was set as a motion to quash. Mr. Mejia is currently in Department of Corrections custody. However, I believe we were informed that we were having some sort of audio issues this morning and we're not able to log in. This is a post-disposition matter. We did have an updated probation report from Ms. Sprague. I think it was left on just to see whether or not the court wanted to address it, or as obviously he is incarcerated. But Ms. Sprague's recommendation is to serve an additional 30 days and close, although I'm not sure how that would be facilitated.
All right. City's position.
City's requesting us to set this over, so we have Mr. Mejia in person.
Well, we'll have him by Zoom, but yes.
Yeah.
So I will set this over to tomorrow morning, see if we can, hopefully they've corrected whatever issues they have with their audio, and we can handle this matter since he is in custody.
It looks like Madam Clerk's indicating 8:31. I do think they need a specific amount of notice, is my memory.
All right. So we'll set it over to August 31st at 9:30 in the morning for so that we can give them notice and we hopefully can get connected.
I believe those are all the matters.
I believe that concludes the morning calendar. So thank you very much. Court will be in recess and see you all at 1:30.
And we're going to do a different court, folks. Just give me one moment. I'm going to pause this. Don't go anywhere. What you could do at this moment in time is perhaps, what do we do? Maybe y'all should get a drink, get that dinner that you didn't get. Go ahead and take your meds that you haven't taken. Please go ahead and make sure that you've already liked the video. You've clocked in for your shift. It is the best free way you can help me out. Thank you so much. Give me one moment while I gather our next court tidbit. I don't know what to call it. Hearing, docket, whatever. Y'all know. Anyways, traffic court on the live. I have to do that, Lisa. I need a little bit of a linkage, if you will. Anyways, I'm pausing this for a moment. I'm gonna be right back. Please go ahead, get yourself a little potty break, a new drink, a new joint. Tell us what you're smoking, what you're drinking, what you're eating, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. Oh, okay, it's gonna turn on. Good job. Good job, camera. Good job turning on. I love it when you guys share your video likes, dislikes, genres that you love because same goes. You know me, I'm a fucking weirdo on YouTube all the time, and I spend a lot of my time watching weird shit. And it's so cool when somebody you meet is like, yes, yes, I watch that too. Like it's so fun to meet somebody in person that watches some of the same stuff as you guys, as you. That's part of why I am going to um Florida at the end of September to go to the meetup to meet Mikey in person. As of right now, I am the furthest traveling fan to go to that meetup. You want to try and beat me? Go ahead. Go ahead. But don't really, because I really want to win the prize. And I don't know what the prize is. Anyways, we have a Big D bond court. I don't believe we watched this one before. It's from earlier in this year, in April. And we are going to enjoy this. Like I said, Grim, thank you so much for subscribing. I see that. We are on our way. If you know the history, my old channel has 2,500 subscribers, but I am a shitty video editor. And so YouTube Daddy said, no, 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 lady. You can't have it. So that's why we've started the new channel. We're really hoping to get back up to 500, mostly so that I can get you guys those special emojis that we love to use during a case like this. So what I want you to remember when we are doing a case like this, because I fucking have done it before. Where is it? No, it's not there. Where is it? I should, Tin Man, post more on my old channel about this channel. I'm hurt. It's like I went through a really bad breakup. Like YouTube Daddy really hurt me. So it's hard for me to even go and look at that side of YouTube anymore. But it is virtually the exact same as what I'm doing now, except I'm no longer making videos. I'm only doing lives because it's sort of not up for argument that it's transformative when I'm here live, basically. And so that is what this new channel is, and I enjoy it. I love hanging out with you guys. I love watching court with you guys. I should probably utilize the old channel a little bit more. I'm just a little mad at YouTube Dad for being such a dick. Like, all I wanted was to keep going. Anyways, like I said, what we're going to watch now is Big D Bond Court. So many of you know how this game goes. We vote on whether or not people are going to enjoy. Oh, yes. F in the chat for YouTube Daddy. Please and thank you. F in the chat for YouTube Daddy. That's a great line. If you're new here, F in the chat is a meme here. While it's an existing meme in the internet, it's a meme here because I personally like to peruse the internet, and I was like banned from some weather channel, not some weather channel. Andy Hill, who's related to Ryan Hall, y'all, because I incited spam in the chat by asking for F's in the chat for the hat because this dude lost his hat. I was right on target. I was right on fucking target with what was happening on screen. For a weather channel, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can ask for better engagement. Seriously. Grim, I'll tell you the truth. The fact that YouTube Daddy, that little bitch, is recommending my old, formerly monetized, not monetized now videos is pissing me off a little bit. But I'm glad you're here. Honestly. I'm here because I really enjoy hanging out with everybody, and that's what we do. I don't really give a fuck what YouTube Daddy or other people think. It's quite obvious. That's why my numbers stay the way they are. But it's for a very niche crowd of people that watch a lot of court, that spend a lot of time on the internet. No, and the new demonetization rules are 90 days before you can reapply. But my channel has fucking 800 videos of other content that doesn't work. And Lisa, unfortunately, no, you cannot super chat at all, even though I kindly gave YouTube Daddy 30% of those super chats. What you can do if you care to do that, but please don't feel obliged, is I do have linked my Buy Me a Coffee and my PayPal on this new channel. It's until we get 500 subscribers, which I am working on. Like I said, the the key for me is not being monetized on YouTube. It's being able to interact with you guys in a really nice way. I enjoy the lives as well. And Grim, so what I did, and this is a mistake, like let's all learn from Paisley's mistake, right? So the mistake that I made was some nights we'll do 6 hours of court. We'll do 5 hours of court. And within those 5 hours, I might say, hey, can somebody Discord me this timestamp? Because immediately to my brain and to your guys' brain too, you could all probably start a YouTube channel if you wanted to. Oh fuck, that's a good clip. That's a good video. And so what I called that live editing, where in the moment, as we're watching it together, I would say, hey, and it's usually Jonathan. I don't think he's here tonight, but generally Jonathan Hart, I would say, Jonathan, can you message me that Discord number? And he'll send me it with a little blurb of what I was talking about at the time. Chef's kiss, so helpful. And what I would do is I would go back and cut those videos and post them as videos instead of as lives. Now, the mistake that I made was not cutting it from my live. I would cut it from the source video that I had downloaded, I had worked for, but it's still, basically, I would find videos that didn't need editing and would post them. But YouTube said that I was reusing content. And honestly, I agree that court channels are very saturated now, which is why I'm not even like a year ago or 6 months ago, I was like driven to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning Pacific time to make sure that I would capture court so that we could watch it later. Because I knew if I didn't, maybe nobody else did. But at this point, that's not the case. There's ample people covering sort of the known court channels, and I'm not upset about that. I'm quite happy about it. What it's giving me is the opportunity to do what I like to do. The reality is, if I didn't have to source all the court and sort of create it into content to make money, I would just like doing lives. I really like hanging out with you guys. That's what I enjoy doing. When they monetized me first, they monetized me no problem with hundreds of videos in my unlisted content, but the lives, for the most part, it worked out great. About 3 months later, I literally was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to edit me a video. Which I can't, it's hard to explain how bad that bit me in the ass. Because if I had just continued on with lives, my channel would have probably 3,000+ subscribers right now. The old channel still has 2,500 subscribers. I tried to edit videos. I did it poorly. They literally called me on it, and that's the way it is. And here's the thing. I know that there are other channels that edit videos better. But with an exception of few, I think I host lives better than a lot of places. I'm not going to say names, but I enjoy hanging out with you guys. We do it for hours and hours and hours at a time. I'm here for it, and it's not about making money later. It never has been. Like, if you're deep into YouTube, you understand something. Lives don't make money. They are literally a labor of love. They do not make money. And even when you have super chats, they make a little bit of money, but That's not how most people make money on YouTube. And Grim, that's the truth. So I have 800 plus gigabytes of court content that we would happily watch together, but if I edited it down into content, I would make a lot of money off of it. I can't do that. I can't bear to watch it without you guys. That's the absolute truth. When we come together, that's the only time I enjoy it. And so oftentimes we'll get it, so I hit play, and then 4 minutes into it, I'm going, holy fuck, this is a fucking translator case. Well, that's because I didn't watch it first. You know, a lot of channels already have watched it. I've never watched most of this court with you guys. Like, I want to enjoy it with you. I want to discuss it. I want to dissect it in a way. But I also, in my appeal video, I tried to say to YouTube, like, hey, look, I'm a new YouTuber. I started 4 months ago. I'm not good at this. I admit that wholeheartedly. I want to be better. And they just said no. You know, like they said no. And so for me to fix the old channel isn't really feasible. I don't know how to cull the videos to make them appropriate. They didn't say video X, Y, and Z is the ones that you need to change. They said overall your content has been reassessed. And agree, like we pay attention to the chat, not as much the case, because the chat is what I'm here for, and the people are what I'm here for. It broke me the day that I had to look and see that it was demonetized. Seriously, I don't mean to be like, I don't want to get upset or sad about it, but it was really hard because it's not me reusing content in a malicious way. I utilize content that is publicly available due to court and copyright access, and just because I'm shitty at editing, which is basically what I heard. They're like, y'all suck. You need to be better, girl. Anyways, the good news is the live content, PayPal and then buy me a coffee, Lisa Figueroa. PayPal is probably the best option because it's what I actually get access to. Like, for example, MB and Donna both recently sent me money in PayPal. That really made a difference in my life, and I appreciate it. But it's linked at the top of my profile. And again, like, I wanted to make money from YouTube Daddy so that y'all didn't have to cover that. That's the ideal, right? When you create content that YouTube Daddy gets paid for and then I get paid for producing. But that's what got me in trouble. My ad revenue increased 350% in a month, and they were like, oh, no, girl, that ain't happening. Yeah. It's hard to go through each milestone again, but it's actually more special with everybody who's here for the second time because it's very valuable to me. I did make that argument, T-Rex, to them. I've played my appeal video, which I thought was actually pretty good. I included information about how the chat helps people, how we've connected as a community, how we grow, how we have a channel mascot, Larry Beaver. They didn't care. They really didn't care. And again, I even admitted I'm not a good editor. I tell you that, but it's only been 4 months or 5 months. I'm not good at that. What I'm good at is hosting people in my home and enjoying watching something together. And that's why you'll notice on this channel, there are no videos posted. There's just lives. Lives I don't seem to get in trouble for. So I will keep doing that. The other thing is other content areas have appealed to me. There's a reason I went to Houston. I went to Matsuri. I'm trying so hard to thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody. But seriously, I'm trying very hard to make this worthwhile to everybody so that we can all be hanging out and fair. Elvis said, to be fair, that Larry might have hurt your case. He was a mess. True, but also like in a let's just business wise sense, absolutely untrue. The community engagement that we have on this channel, it's almost unparalleled. I feel humbled when I get things in the mail or when I hear from people that are going through tough times in their life and they say that this is the place that I hang out so that we can just hang out. That makes me really happy. And that's why, regardless of the fact that, a lot of people quit. I'm a quitter sometimes. I've quit many things before. But I didn't quit this. I thought, you know what? We're going to just fucking redo it. We did the last one in a couple months. We'll do this one in a couple months. And we won't even look back at the old channel that way. And I will also say this, that there are people that have been very helpful to me and very supportive to me. And there are people that haven't. And it makes me sad because, for example, Follow Friday plus Fucked Up Friday, those are going to be me featuring channels, not for my benefit. That's not the point. For our growth as a community, everybody being better in our life is better. And so there's enough room on YouTube for everybody in this chat to start their own YouTube channel about court. Seriously, do it. Most people won't, but if you did, there ain't nothing wrong with that. And there's enough people for us all to be on YouTube. I never want to be a channel that discourages somebody new from working hard and trying. And I never want to be a channel that doesn't encourage people to grow in this chat. Like, the chat is why I'm here. It's my chosen family. I've told you guys that so many times. You get me through so much shit. It's true. Anyways, look it. We're gonna fucking You're just gonna ride my coattails, Presto? Ride my coattails. If my coattails are long enough for you to get on and other people to get on, do you think I want people on them? I do. I've learned in my life for 35 years. I can't believe I'm 35 years old, but I am. I'm 35 years old. And easily, without a doubt, making other people happy has been the happiest part of my life. And it's so simple to do. So there's no way, like, T-Rex will tell you when I travel, I talk to every single person. I want to engage everybody. And yeah, Grim, we can craft a whole house, a kitchen court, dash cam room, rec room. I love it. I'm in. And the thing is, I'm a workhorse. I want to work hard. I have ADHD and I'm a little bit, in Canada. But hold on. Did Mayor just think he said he thought somebody typed anal instead? I haven't seen Jody today, but I did talk to her the other day. I hope she's doing well. Artie says his socks are 35 years old. Well, so am I, Artie. And I have a kid that is 15, which is sort of crazy. Beverly, I want to have you on to talk about the games you're currently playing. Maybe people don't know this. I like to video game. I love it. I love sitting down and playing video games. I enjoy doing that. I'm a bit of a weirdo with the games I like, but I love to be introduced to other games, and that's part of like what Follow Friday will be. Will be people showing me what they love. You don't have to have a channel that makes money off of it to come on Follow Friday. You have to have a passion that you want to share with us. And that's going to be what Follow Friday will be. And again, like, I tried to explain to my dad that this is not a prank, that these are my friends, and that I would really like to have him on the channel. He didn't make it. He made it here, but he didn't make it on the channel. And but you guys are really important to me, and I wish that he would have, because that was sort of important to me. Again, now I have to go fix my makeup while we put on court. I love you guys so much. Beverly, don't feel bad about being 44 and still gaming, dude. Like, gaming makes me happy. When I find a game, like, I have a few games that I play that I can just, like, zone out into. And I think it's just the same as coming to a channel like this or to another channel where you literally just hang out with people that you like. Everybody gets hugs. I love you guys so much. God damn it. I'm not a pretty crier.
All right, very good. All right, here we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 3rd, 2023. The time is 11:19 a.m. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court first appearance, and my name is Judge Daniel Nagel. I'm going to go over some preliminary information with you, so please make sure that you pay attention in order that we can move the calendar very quickly and very efficiently, okay? First and foremost, today's hearing is an informative hearing and not an evidentiary hearing. What that means is this is not an opportunity to present evidence on your behalf. This is more of an informative hearing where I'm going to give you information about your case and what the next steps are. All right, so please keep in mind, do not say anything about the evidence or facts of your case because it is being recorded and live streamed. And so law enforcement or the prosecutorial agency may go back and use anything that you say against you. So I'm not going to get into the facts of your case. I'm going to go over the information with you, and then hopefully we keep it moving very quickly. All right. Now, some of the information that I'm going to go over with you is the nature of the charges against you, whether they are felony charges or misdemeanor charges. Also, a bond amount if bond is going to be granted. In addition to that, I'm going to go over if there are any special conditions of your bond. The most common types of special conditions are to stay away from a certain person. A stay away provision from a person means that you cannot have any contact with them. That means directly or indirectly. So that means no Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Kik, WhatsApp, Snapchat, whatever creative way that you think that you can contact this person. Don't do that because you're going to be in violation of an order, which could lead to more charges and also you not getting bond on additional charges or having your bond revoked. Okay, so if you're ordered to stay away from someone, do not have any contact with them. Don't pass messages to them through friends or family or associates or whatever the case may be until either A, your case is resolved, or B, you or your lawyer gets another judge to modify those conditions. So from today moving forward until those conditions are modified, if you have a stay away from someone, stay away from them. That means physically and verbally, orally, and all of that stuff. The other type of special condition is a stay away from a certain location. If you are instructed to stay away from a certain location, it's just like a stay away from a person. Do not go there. You can go anywhere else in the world that you want except that specific location. Now, if that location
Anywhere
is a
else in the
residence and you
world.
need to
Just
get
remember
belongings,
that. You can go anywhere else in the world, but not that location.
from there, then we can discuss on the proper legal way on doing that. Typically what happens is that I will mark in the bond order that you're allowed to go back and get your stuff. However, you must do it through the Clayton County Sheriff's Office. You can't just go there with a piece of paper saying the judge said I could come and get my stuff. We don't want any more issues for you. And we don't want any more issues for people at that location. So you'll need to arrange to go with the Sheriff's Department to go and get your belongings and make sure that you bring whatever it is that you need to bring to get it in one foul swoop. Don't go there and only try to get a few things. Get everything that you need to get from there because you get one shot at doing it. Also, I'm going to inform you of your next court date, which is your preliminary hearing date. Your preliminary hearing is an informative hearing. Or,
I don't know it's working. Okay, thank you. See you later.
Ellie, you need to mute your device.
I got her.
What the fuck is that?
All right. Technical difficulties, but we're back on track. Your preliminary hearing is an evidentiary hearing. That's where you can present evidence either through yourself or through your attorney to either negotiate with the DA's office or the solicitor's office or work out some kind of plea agreement or work out some kind of bond agreement or a reduction or whatever the case may be, okay? Your preliminary hearing will either be on April the 25th if it's for a misdemeanor or all misdemeanor offenses, or April the 26th if it's a felony offense or if there's one felony amongst other misdemeanors, okay? Now, keep in mind, if you bond out, you will not need to appear for your preliminary hearing. If you bond out before April 25th or April 26th, and that was the only thing that was holding you, your preliminary hearing will automatically be waived and your case will be sent to the solicitor's office if it's all misdemeanors or the district attorney's office if you have any felonies, okay? So April 25th, April 26th, you don't have to appear for that court date if you bond out. Lastly, I'm going to go over whether you want to have a court-appointed attorney or if you want to hire your own or if you want to represent yourself. I do not recommend you representing yourself. You should have a lawyer on your case. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. All of you had the opportunity to fill out the court-appointed application form, so hopefully you have done that. If not, I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. If you didn't fill out your form and you now want to have a court-appointed attorney, then I may have to ask you some questions, which is again being recorded and live on YouTube. So that's why it's important to fill those out when you have an opportunity before we get to this point. At the very end, I will ask if you have any questions. So please don't ask questions at the beginning. I always give everyone an opportunity to ask questions, but you should be mindful. Do not ask me questions about the strength or weaknesses, what defenses you may have, what evidence does or does not exist, or why you are wrongfully arrested. Again, this is not the opportunity to fight the strength or weakness of your case. This is an informative hearing. Save that for your preliminary hearing or save it for your attorney who can best strategize with you on the best route for your particular case. If it does not involve, if your question does not involve, what are my charges? What is my bond amount? What are the special conditions? When is my next court date? And about an attorney, then I'm probably not going to be able to help you. All right. Now, some common questions that I have been asked over the time that I've been doing this is, what is the bonding out procedure? There are two ways for you to essentially bond out. Number one is if you pay the bond in total to the sheriff's department. Some deputies or employees at the sheriff's department can help you figure that process out or point you in the right direction. Okay. Me as the magistrate court judge, I do not have any control over that process. Okay. I'm only here to let you know what your bond amount is. Secondly, if you go through a bonding company, typically they charge somewhere between 10 and 20%. That is not a guarantee. That is not what they're required to do by law, but that's just my experience as an attorney over the past decade or so in the area of Clayton County. So if your bond is $1,000, your bond will be somewhere between $100 and $200. So for every 1,000, just assume $100 to $200. Okay. I don't know what the bonding company is going to require. I don't know what type of identification you need or who needs to sign for you or any of those questions. However, you can call a local bonding company and find out the answer to those questions. But I just want to, let you know up front that unfortunately I do not have any control over that process, nor can I give you any legal advice. But that's the question I get the most. Okay. So before we begin, I just need everyone to participate by raising the right hand, please. All right. Do you swear or affirm that the statements that you make shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can say, I do.
I do.
All right, you can put your hands down. We'll start with the male side first. Just make sure when you come up, you state your name clearly. I know some of you may have face masks or things like that, but let's make sure we talk clearly. And there may be a delay. So just wait a second after I'm done speaking before you begin, and I'll be sure to do the same. Male side.
Person, Jaden Brooks. Yeah, hold it down. Understand that no, this is not a formal court setting.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you are charged with one count of interference with government property. That is a felony offense. I understand that this happened at the jail. I am going to set a bond of $10,000.
Your Honor.
Your next court date is going to be on April the 26th at 8:30 a.m. Now, I don't know why you were already in the custody of the Clayton County Jail, but if you bond out on these charges and then whatever you were here for, that case goes away or that issue is resolved, then you do not have to appear for your preliminary hearing date. You do have the right to hire an attorney or review your application for a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Is it a court-appointed attorney where you get one for them?
Okay, give me just a moment here.
Is it a court-appointed attorney when I get it from y'all?
I'm sorry?
The court-appointed attorney when I get it from y'all?
Yes, that is correct.
That's what I want, please. Yes.
Okay, I got you. All right. Now, I have granted that request, so you will get a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions about your case?
With the time I have for my other charges in this week, can it get run concurrent?
Now, see, that's something that I don't have any control over. That's something that the DA's office will consider. So, obviously talk with your attorney about that, see if they can kind of negotiate that for you, okay?
Okay. And
All right.
with the attorney, do you know when they can come visit for talking to me about it?
Sure. At the very latest, it'll be close to your preliminary hearing date. Usually it's a little bit before then, but at the very latest, it should be around your preliminary hearing date, okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, no problem. Take care. Good luck.
Mr. Daniel. Christopher Jackson Daniels.
All right, let's see. All right, Mr. Daniels, give me just a second. All right, sir, you are charged with, let's see, 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, which is the felony. Bond is going to be $5,000. 1 count of possession of a firearm during commission of a crime. Bond is going to be $10,000. 1 violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act misdemeanor. The bond is $3,000. 1 count of use or possession of drug-related objects. The bond is $1,000. 1 count of defective headlights misdemeanor. The bond is $500. And then 1 misdemeanor count of the tires being needed to be replaced or defective equipment. The bond is $500. So your total bond is going to be 15, 18, 19, 20. So your total bond is $20,000 for everything all together. Okay. Your next court date, which is your preliminary hearing, is on April the 26th, 2023. If you bond out, then you don't have to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire an attorney, or I can review your application for a appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
I actually have a lawyer. His name is Thomas Flores.
Oh, okay. Did he know that? Have you already hired him?
I haven't even got to spoke with him.
Oh, okay. Got it. Fine. The reason why I asked is because if you had already hired him, then he should have been on today, but that's okay. All right.
I didn't get to speak with him. He's actually my attorney.
I got you. Is he going to represent you on these charges, or Henry, or both?
Should be both.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
That's so exciting, Grim. A grandbaby due in February. That makes my heart happy. Mikey has a grandbaby due soon too. I love it. I just have a daughter. She's 15. No grandbabies in my future for a while, please. But I do love hearing about people having grandbabies. That makes me really happy. Thank you guys again for being here. Please make sure you've hit that like button. Let's continue on. This court is crazy. This court is crazy. You don't know that. I saw a baby at the grocery store today. Oh my God, so pretty. They were like, "Oh, excuse us." I was like, excuse nobody. I would like to hold your baby, but if I say that out loud, you're probably going to call the police on me, so I'm not going to do that. But in my head, I'm like, I want to squish a baby.
All right. Well, that's fine. I will mark that down on your paperwork. Okay. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
The only thing I have a question about was the warrant. Will it still be active for Henry County?
Typically how it works is Henry County has the opportunity to come and get you and address those charges. Now, I can't give you a timeline on if they're going to wait for this to be over or they're not going to wait for this to be over, but Mr. Florio is well known in Clayton and Henry, so I'm sure he can help guide you through that process. All right. Anything else?
Sure.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Next.
All right. What's your name?
It's Eustace Guidry.
Okay, Mr. Guidry, for just a moment. All right, sir, you are charged with 1 count of driving on a suspended license, misdemeanor. The bond is $1,500. 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. That is a felony. The bond is $3,500. 1 count of use or possession. Well, 2 counts of use or possession of drug-related objects. The bond is $1,000 each.
Grim, that's a funny thing to say. Same reaction to babies, but as a 52-year-old man who looks like a Disney villain, the parents would probably mace you. Recently, normally the kids are quite warmed up to me. I don't know why. I'm a communicator. As I'm knocking shit over. I'm a communicator. No, but seriously, there was this kid. It was literally, I'm looking outside because I can think of it. I'm walking up my street and this kid had thrown a ball, young child, under 2 years old, had thrown a ball, walking with parents, and the ball went onto the road and then rolled back towards the curb. And I recognized, oh, they had stopped the child from going onto the road. Perfect. I grab the ball and I sort of like hand it to the kid. And the kid is literally like, get away from me! Like yelling at me, like, get away from me, lady. And I'm just like, okay. Like, oh my God. And I've handed it to him. And then I was trying to like be nice. And he just continued, like, get away from me, lady. Get away from me, lady. And his parents, they weren't even fucking calling him off. And that was my biggest problem. Like, dude, I just handed him the ball. You need to call your kid off. And they just were like, oh yeah, what was his name? Oh my God, I'm gonna say it. I don't usually say names. Apollo. They're like, Apollo, come back here. And I was like, oh yeah, you've set yourself up for something here. Also, I have great advice if people want, but it wasn't a stranger. Like his parents were there. That's the thing. Like I wasn't being a stranger. I was being like a nice bystander. Anyways, my great advice, we've heard this many times before. If you're having a kid, don't bother talking to anybody else about what you want to name your kid. If you've decided that's what you want to name your kid, bingo, bingo, bango, that's what you should name your kid. However, you need to go to a park, to a museum, to an airport, to a mall. You need to stand there before this child is born and you need to scream at the top of your lungs. And if you feel stupid doing that, that's a big red flag for you. It's not about what anybody else thinks, it's about how you're going to feel because inevitably you will scream that child's name in a very public place and people will turn and look at you. And if you scream like in the name we heard the other day, nausea, I mean, come on. Apollo's not that bad. That's just creating a certain kid. But seriously, nausea. I've also heard Trashcan, but it's spelled Trashcan. Trash can. You gonna name a kid Trash Can? You can't do that. Birdie. Exactly, MB. Right? Like, and my name is Paisley. I've grown up my entire life having to reiterate, explain, and spell my name. But I ain't ever had to use my last name because there ain't ever been another Paisley in my class. That except for one story, which I will tell one day. But that was later in life, adult education. Paisley. Look at you, Presto, just like triggering me, spelling it so wrong. So wrong. Like seriously, Trashcan, but trash can. I was like, that is not nice at all. I love it. You guys are great. Also, yes, I've lived with that name. So my whole life, I've sort of like, first of all, no offense to anybody named Sarah or like, I don't know, Kevin. I don't know what the names are. They're normal. But like, when when somebody yells Paisley in public, you're getting me. My attention is got, okay? Because nobody does that. So if it's Paisley, I'm there. And I remember one time I was in Mexico and this woman, we were at like some, like probably Margaritaville or some ridiculous sort of tourist trap. And this woman was like frantically yelling, Paisley, Paisley, Paisley. And I was like, involuntarily, like, yes, may I help you? And she looked at me with the most dismissive look. And she was like, your name's not Paisley. And I was like, yeah, it is. And she's like, no, it's not. That's my daughter's name. And she like points over to this fucking 3-year-old. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's my name too. And she's like, you're not old enough to be a Paisley. And I was just like, okay. Okay, lady. No problem. It was the first and only time I've ever heard somebody calling out my name so frantically, and it was not for me. And I guess with this, like some people that have like Claire or Emma. No offense to Emma's or Claire's. Those are your parents' choice, okay? But for me, it was crazy. And also, I'm just going to tell you, the kids made fun of me by calling me Parsley. I did shatter her world, Courtney. She literally looked at me like, excuse me? I am the creator of this name. And I'm like, unfortunately, my bitch of a mother already claims that. And she has for the last 30 years. So, old news. But seriously, yeah. Very fun. And so when I had, like, I've had a number of, but we also don't feature names on this channel on purpose. That's one of my own ethics, my ethical line. I don't use people's names in court cases for some reason. Probably be a lot easier, but I don't do it because I don't really like the content I make is for court people. It's not for people to fucking spy on their family members based on their name. And there's no offense meant to anybody that does use that as a naming convention. That's totally fine. I'm not even making a judgment on that. I've just made that a rule on my channel for the longest time because my name is so unique that I understand what it's like when you have a name that if you get typed in, that's what comes up. Anyways, Lisa Figueroa, that's Nana's real name is Eleanor. So I know that name very well. And here I'll tell you, Grim, Paisley's unusual to be shouted out loud unless it's an episode of Project Runway. Paisley pattern fabric. So here's the thing, and this is probably too much information. My great grandmother was Helenor. My grandmother was Eleanor, and then my mother was Lenore. So I'm pretty lucky that I wasn't Nora or Nor or Bore, I suppose. But yeah. Anyways, my sister, hi Jonathan, welcome, and Prissy, welcome. Also, when I was pregnant, I had a name picked out. And I told this lady that I worked with, her name was Karen, but she was very nice. But she literally looked at me. She's like, so you want to have a stripper? And I was like, no, Karen. And she was like, well, you can't name her that. And I was like, okay, like ruined. And that's why I tell you, don't let people ruin your name because until you give birth, they are able to give their opinion. Once you give birth, they can't be like, that name's so dumb. They have to just pretend to like it. So if you really love it, fucking, it's the Canadian version, Nora the Explorer. Na 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 Nora.
Each. So your total bond is $7,000 total. Okay, $7,000 total. Your next court date, excuse me, is going to be on April the 26th, 2023. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire an attorney, or I can review your application for a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Court-appointed, sir.
Okay, give me just a moment. Let me make sure. All right, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case, Mr. Guidry?
Could you give me the total amount of that bond again?
Yes, sir. I want to make sure that I calculate this correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7,000 total.
7,000?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Next.
Else, are you being real? Is there a live one? I didn't see no alerts. Or is it just you chasing me? No, it's seriously. Also, somebody just reminded me, T-Rex, that I need. It is not even a want. It is an absolute need, requirement, non-negotiable that I must go to Harry Potter World. Yes, I'm gonna get my wand. Finally. Do you know how long I've waited? I've waited so long. I don't see nothing. But if there's a chase, let me know. Because probably Mikey's sleep. 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that like 10 o'clock now? I don't know, maybe. He's an old man, right? I joke. I'm the one traveling across the country, across 2 countries to go and meet him, yet I'm bad mouthing him. I'm such a bitch.
Carl, we get Carol's first and last name.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Don't even say that. Dumbledore hated Canadians. Is that why none of us got in?
Hello, good morning, sir. What's your name?
Harold.
Christopher Harold. All right. Give me one moment, Mr. Harold. Okay. All right, Mr. Harold, you were charged with 1 count of loitering or prowling. That is a misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000, and then 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act misdemeanor, which is $1,000. So your total bond is $2,500. Are you going to be able to make that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Good. Give me just a second. Oh, I see.
You have an Auntie Anne, Grim? Does she make pretzels?
All right, Mr. Harold, your next court date is going to be on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? Just make sure your address is correct. That way you'll get notice in the mail. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for court appointed. What would you like to do?
To apply for the courts, see if I get an attorney.
Okay. All right, I will do that for you.
Just for anybody that says Grim, or sorry, not Grim. Presto left this for me in the Discord. It says, I fight crime everywhere. Except Clayco. I ain't going to Clayco, and that's Superman. And I think he's pouring a shot. Part of me really wishes he was pouring out hot sauce because I fucking love hot sauce so much. I put that shit on everything. But seriously, hilarious. I love it. Thank you so much. These are the things that get me up in the day. I'm like, remember that? And then I look at it, it makes me happy. Thank you. You guys are great. I love it tonight. Nobody wants to go to Clinton County. Honestly, I'm not even being rude. Like, it's fucked up there. The amount of shit that we hear there is crazy. Also, Auntie Anne's, I've heard about and like seen in Bellis Fair Mall in Bellingham. That's the mall I've been to in the States. Do you buy a coffee? I'll post the link, Lisa. Hold on, I'll post the link. Thank you so much.
You know, Mr. Harold, I would just say, you know, make sure you're in a spot that's open at the time. You know, had you been somewhere else, I don't know if I'd be seeing you this morning, but, you know, just be careful on what you're doing and where you're doing it and things like that. You know, to stay out of trouble. That's part of your bond condition, not to violate your bond. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Next.
State your first and last name again, Cam.
All right. What's your name?
Justin Hunter.
Mr. Hunter.
Dude, dead malls is another thing that I fucking love to watch on the internet. Oh my God. I don't know why. Dead malls, dead motels. Oh my God. Seriously. Oh, yes. We also have a mall in my town that almost died. I'm not even kidding you. It was like it was killed, but then somebody brought it back from the precipice of death. And I actually believe there is a dead mall video out there of this mall when it was dying, and it's now successful. And I'd just like to point that out. Like, wow, good job. But that almost never happens. It's just constantly like dying malls everywhere. And the music and the ambiance of a mall is like immediately takes me back to just being a teenager, a child, hanging out at the mall, eating at the food court. I worked in the mall. I'm a mall girl. I'm a mall rat, you know?
All right, Mr. Hunter, you were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, which is a felony. The bond is 25,000. 1 count of simple battery, family violence, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is 5,000. Your total bond is $30,000. Now, you do have special conditions of your bond. The first special condition is to not have any contact with Miriam.
I have watched a lot of urbex exploring videos and proper people for sure. One of the oh, look at my phone. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. But seriously, malls are like one of my favorite things. I don't know why. Again, just the vibe of a mall. Like, I guess it's because walking through a mall is you're free in a way, but each place has its own sort of rules and things. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I literally started working at a mall when I was 15 years old, and it was my first job, and I ate lunch in the food court. Oh yeah. I love mall videos. Also, I watch Bros of Decay a lot. Malls make you nervous, Courtney? Oh, I was flashed at a mall, like at the Hillside Mall where I worked, which is still the mall I go to the day. Um, I used to smoke, but I was like hiding the fact that I smoked, obviously. And so I would go to the back entrance of the mall to smoke, which is not good, right? And anyways, I'm like on my break from the bank at the back entrance of the mall smoking, and nobody's there. It's like the no place, like nobody's there. And this guy like walks up and flashes me, like opens up his coat and flashes me. And I'm like literally like smoking the cigarette, like what the fuck is happening? Like again, working at the bank, a teenager, and just like not anticipating this happening. And I was just like, huh. Like part of me is just like, he totally had a trench coat on. Like I was like, is this happening? Oh my God. And so I literally remember I finished my cigarette. Like I didn't run away. Like I was just like, huh, you know, like, and he stood there. And I like finished my smoke and I put it out. And I remember like that sort of like foot movement that you do. It was up. It was up, Elvis. It was up. And but not impressive. Like no offense, and I'm not a girl that cares that much about size of a dick, but if all you're gonna do is show it to me via like from 10 feet away, you're probably gonna want to make sure it's pretty big. Because if you ain't getting to use your hands and other parts of your body to impress me, you're gonna have to have a pretty great dick. So, anyways, I remember going inside Oh, we were allowed to smoke in high school too. We had a smoke pit, you know? So yeah, he was into it, putting effort in. And again, like I didn't go inside and report him. I went inside to my girlfriends who were working in the bank, and I was just like, some guy, like it's so hard to explain. Like some guy showed me his dick. And immediately they're just like, you asked him to show you his dick? And I was like, no, I did not. And they, first of all, didn't believe me. And again, that's sort of my fault for being who I am, I guess. But again, like, I was just like, no, like, it's so hard to explain out of the blue that somebody just flashes you, like, with trench coat style. Well, after that, I smoked in front. I did. I was just like, no. I quit smoking. I used to smoke a pack a day. I quit over 15 years ago when I got pregnant with my daughter. I didn't want to quit, but I did out of sheer guilt. And I'm glad that I don't smoke again. I smoke a lot of weed though. So like, let's be realistic. I really enjoy the ritual of smoking. There's no getting around that. But I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So there is that. I do remember, I'll tell one last story before we keep watching court here. I was pregnant, like going through it, and I I knew there was cigarettes at the house. I was like, there are cigarettes here. And I searched the house. It was torn up. Every single spot you could think of, I had searched that house. And I remember sitting on my couch, just resigned to the fact that there ain't cigarettes in this house and you're not going to buy them while pregnant. Like, there was a line I drew. Like, if I had found a cigarette, I probably would have smoked it. But I was not about to walk out with my pregnant ass belly and go buy cigarettes. And I just like sat on this couch and waited, and my now ex-husband came home, and he like looked around the house and he was like, what happened? And I was like, I was sure there's cigarettes in the house. There's not. I've looked everywhere. And he gave me this look, and he goes over to the counter and he climbs up onto the counter and reaches up on top of the counter, the cabinets, underneath like 5 bowls that I'd never touched. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, they're right here. I was like, get them out of the house. I remember because at that point I didn't want them anymore, but I was so mad that they were still there. I was like, I knew it. My body knew that they were nearby. Get them out of this house. Oh, God. Poor guy. I was very mean. I was pregnant. Oh, I booted for people buying cigarettes before and alcohol. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have done that, but I have. Also, I used to buy cigarettes at this little store down the street when I was totally underage with this super fake ID that was really bad. I mean, someone who was at me did that. It's not me.
Polian. I don't know how to say the last name, but it's written on your bond form. Also, you must not return back to 3020 Summer Court Drive in Jonesboro. Now, it looks like, based on your application, that's your residence, correct? I got you.
But listen, I don't have to go back there. As long as you give me a bun, I ain't got to go nowhere near there. I go to my mama's house. My mama was.
I got you.
I ain't got to go.
I understand. Well, obviously there's some things that you probably don't want to go back over there because it's not good for you right now. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. You do have a bond now. I am putting that you can go back there to get your stuff, but you have to go through the sheriff's department. Don't show up there on your own saying that the judge said I could come up here, because you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. Okay. I don't want any more issues for you. I don't want any more issues for anybody over there. All right. I don't want to see you back here. So just make sure you read when you bond out, you read what this says and you follow those directions. Okay. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
You can review my application. If I can afford one after I pay this bond, then I'll try to do that on the street.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'll do is, Mr. Hunter, is I'm going to grant your application for a court-appointed. If at any point you change your mind and you want to hire an attorney, that's fine. Just make sure that they file the appropriate paperwork to let them know that they're gonna represent you. Okay.
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
So I only have 2 charges, right? The aggravated assault and the simple battery.
Correct. Now, I mean, look, I don't determine. The district attorney's office may or may not add charges or change charges or remove charges or something like that. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I just address what's in front of me. That's right.
Thank you.
Next.
All right. No problem. All right. What's your name, sir? All right, Mr. Jones, you are charged with hold on. Oh, you got a lot of stuff. All right, Mr. Jones, you are charged with looks like it's all misdemeanors. Obstruction or hindering a law enforcement officer, the bond is $1,000. Giving false name or address or date of birth, the bond is $1,000. Driving while license suspended, the bond is $1,500. Consent tag violation, the bond is $500. Illegal tag, which is another misdemeanor violation, $500. Brake light or turn signal inoperable, bond is $500. And then no insurance, the bond is $1,000. So your total bond is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your total bond is $6,000. Okay. Your next court date is on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
Sir, can I have a question, Judge?
Hold on. Let's get through this part first, and then you can ask your question. Okay. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want to have a court-appointed attorney?
At this time, I would take a court-appointed.
Okay. Give me just a second. All right, so I'm going to grant that request. Now, remember what I said about asking questions. You don't want to ask me about the facts of your case because that could go bad for you down the road. But what's your question?
Okay, so let's get that about the bond. You said 6,000. So, but the bondsman it'll be like 600 to get out.
10-20%. So somewhere typically between 600 and 1,200. That's just my experience.
Okay, so is there any way I can get a lower bond possibly?
I mean, the bonds, your highest bond is only 1,500. That's really low. You got 1, 2, 3 charges at 500 and then 3 charges at 1,000. That's some of the people there wish that they had bond as low as yours. You just got a lot of charges. That's the issue. So I've done what I would do for just about for everybody else. Treat them the same way that I got to treat you. So that's what it is. All right.
I'll bond out today. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, but was that bond for 6,000 or 7,000?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2. Did I count? Did I tell him wrong? 1, 2, 3. And then
You said 6,000. I counted 7,000.
all right. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 1,000 is 2. It's 35, 4, 5, 6. It's 6.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, what's your name, sir?
Auto Life.
I'm sorry, give me that one more time.
Auto Life.
Oh, okay, Mr. Langford. Do we have Mr. Nicholas? I'll set him to the side real quick. Hold on a second, Mr. Langford.
I'm gonna take
Okay, it opened on its own.
Mr. Langford, I got you. All right, sir, you're being charged with one count of crosswalk or pedestrian walking in a roadway violation. That's a misdemeanor. The bond is $500. You're also being charged with theft by receiving stolen property. That one is a felony based on the item, and that bond is $5,000. So your total bond is $5,500. Now your next court date is April the 26th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or one can be appointed for you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to have one appointed to me.
Okie dokie.
And you said the 25th?
I'm sorry?
You said the 25th, I don't bond out?
26.
All right.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Wait, from housing unit 7?
Huh?
From housing unit 7?
Yeah.
First, last name?
My name is Norshawn McIntyre. How you doing today, sir?
Hello. Yes, sir. Good. Give me just a moment, okay?
What's your name?
Did all who are in the military eat MREs? We've probably talked about this before. I have a weird obsession with MREs, military ration, meals ready to eat, or U.S. military rations. Also, I'm eating what are called baguettes, boulanger réseau, huile de lauve et sel de mer, huile de lauve de sel de mer, or olive oil and sea salt. Obviously, my meds are wearing off now, and I'm really hungry. Yeah, right, like an answer that.
Okay, Mr. McIntyre. All right, Mr. McIntyre. Oh, you're here just on some driving violations. You're charged of no valid license or driving on suspended license, essentially the same charge. The bond is $1,000, and then red light or traffic control device, the bond is $500. So your total bond is $1,500. Are you going to be able to pay that?
Yes, I guess some, but my baby mama's trying to work on the bond right now.
Okay, she's working on it now.
She's trying to get the money. So.
Okay, give me just a second, okay? Let me look at something for you, Mr. McIntyre.
Checking Discord right now. Also, T-Rex is in St. Louis, Missouri. What is good in St. Louis? Okay, I see this one. Presto says, you may be badass, but are you badass enough to write your name on a cop car while, or what did you say, while drunk? In public? And I will just say, Presto, don't fucking tempt me, beach. Okay? I'm gonna be in Florida for 3 weeks. Do you know how crazy catching 3 weeks of Florida man might be? Also, Grim, I will post the Discord in the chat right now.
You said you have
I
somebody
have
working
no
on it for you
mods
right
right
now?
now.
Yeah, she's trying to get.
It's a whole thing. We're having an Olympiad.
Okay, all right. Well, that'll work. Your next court date is April the 25th. But when you bond out, you don't need to appear for that particular court date. Just make sure that your address is good with the clerk's office. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or one can be appointed for you. What would you like to do?
I'm appointed for you.
Okay. All right, I will grant that request. just make sure that you get a driver's license, because it's hard to get around in Georgia. We don't have, unless you live in the city, we don't have a lot of public transportation. So make sure you get your license straight. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
First and last. Cedric Merritt.
Okay.
If you're gonna figure out Discord, Artie, my Discord is the place to do it because there are no rules. In fact, we have a fight corner. If you do want to have a battle, get into the Discord. We have a fight corner for that. I don't call my people, no offense to anybody that does, but I just run things a little different. As usual, where I am, what I do, it's a little different than everybody else does. This is how we do. Rap battles? Yes, let's have rap battles. Honey P. There is a lot of butt stuff. There's 2 separate not safe for work sessions and kink links as well. And yeah, T-Rex, I'll see you in the fight corner. I love it. How could I fight with somebody who I ate tacos with at Jack in the Box? Like, I could never, T-Rex. But I mean, fucking, you're going down.
Mr. Merritt, you are charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $7,000. 1 misdemeanor count of public drunkenness. The bond is $1,000, and 1 count of public indecency. The bond is $2,000. So your total bond is $10,000. Okay.
Hold on. Did you see me almost choke? Oh my God. Hold on, we got back. What did he get charged with? Public drunkenness, which is what made me choke, and then public indecency? Not cool. Although, I very much was once almost arrested for public indecency because I was at a protest and I took my shirt off.
1 count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $7,000. 1 misdemeanor count of public drunkenness. The bond is $1,000, and 1 count of public indecency. The bond is $2,000. So your total bond is $10,000. Okay. Now you have a special condition to not return back onto the property of the Atlanta airport without valid travel documents. So if you don't have a valid reason for being there, don't go there. We don't want any more incidents with you at the airport unless the incident is.
Yes, I want real good tacos in Florida, T-Rex. Also, I'm so going to Harry Potter World. And I'm really fucking excited about it. Ooh. I think that's the first moment I've realized that I'm gonna do that.
Is you safely traveling from one state to the next. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or one may be appointed for you. What would you like to do?
I want to point.
Okay. Now, do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Merritt, just make sure you don't go back there, okay?
Your Honor,
Yes.
does he have a preliminary hearing date?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Merritt, your preliminary hearing date is on April the 25th. But if you bond out, you don't need to appear for that court date.
You know how to get back.
All right, what's the name?
What house will I be sorted into? If only my rock that I painted Harry Potter style could tell me that. I don't think it can. Gryffindor, I hope, but probably Slytherin because let's be real.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Final spoken.
Just go straight down to the last one.
I don't know. Hold on a second, sir. Okay. There's another one that we don't have. All right, give me a second, sir. All right. Mr. Pokum, you are charged with 1 count of violation of Georgia control.
Good night, Prissy. Go spend your time with the isolate cat who had her insides removed today. Not all of them, just the baby making shit. LMAO. Also, eat dinner. Enjoy listening. Love ya. Seriously, love you guys so much. Also, Mayor, thank you for putting that on my list. I must have a Cuban sandwich before I leave Florida. Yeah, the meds have fucking definitely wore off. I'm hungry. I'm crazy.
Substances Act, looks like this is the misdemeanor version. Your bond is $1,500. Your next court date is April the 25th. However, if you bond out of jail, you do not need to appear for that particular court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Court-appointed attorney, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Is there a way I can get a signature bond, sir? I never got in trouble.
I'm sorry?
Is there a way I can get a signature bond? Because it's my first time getting in trouble.
I'm going to set it right now at 1,500. However, I will review this with someone higher up. Okay.
Hold on. Am I able to review my Harry Potter sorting with somebody higher up? Am I going to speak with is there a thing in Harry Potter land? Please tell me there is. Please tell me I can go and be sorted. Oh, somebody tell me that, because that's what I want to do. And if I'm a Hufflepuff, I'm a Hufflepuff. I'll be whatever I want. I want to have my wand. I want to go. I am a child. You don't think I'm a Slytherin already? Oh my gosh. That just means I'm a good Slytherin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. No problem. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Next, now you get back.
Ms. Thomas, if we can mark him and the one, Mr.
McIntyre?
Yes, if we can mark him for review by Judge Kate Johnson.
Understood, Your Honor.
Thank you.
It's pinned at the top, Donna.
What's your name, sir? All right, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, you're here with somebody else, correct? Because I recognize.
Maybe I am a Hufflepuff. Maybe that is me.
Who's the person that got arrested with you? Hold on a second.
All I know is that the owl got lost on their way to my house, and I never got my invite to Hogwarts. And I should have. I've been magical my whole life. Like, I know that. Secretly, I'm like, why didn't I get an invitation? Like, I grew up at the exact moment. Like, my birthday when I should have received my my Hogwarts letter was when like the first Harry Potter book had come out, and I'd read it, and I was just like, oh, it's gonna happen. And it didn't. I'm still sad about it. And that's okay, because I'm gonna go to Florida and I'm gonna make my dreams come true, and I'm gonna drink butterbeer. Salazar Slytherin. That's true, that's the name.
Oh, okay, Miss Harris. Do you and Miss Harris live together? Sorry?
Not currently.
Got it. Are y'all related to each other or no?
That's my girlfriend.
Got it. Okay. Understood. All right. All right, Mr. Smith, you're being charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, which is a felony. I am going to set a bond at $10,000. Okay. Now, you do have a special condition, do not have any contact with Mr. Eddie Hill. You do not live with that person, correct?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. This is an apartment complex where this took place, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know the name of the apartment complex?
Narbonne, the real apartment. I don't know what it's called.
Okay. Well, do you have any reason to be over there?
Yes. I currently stay with a friend over there.
Okay. Your address on your application has a different, well, here's what I'm.
I bet you did, Lisa Figueroa. The first book came out, I remember I became obsessed with Harry Potter. I went down for the release of like the 4th book or something by myself at like fucking, well, not by myself, it was with 2 friends. Gosh. Oh, what would be my Patronus? A unicorn or a beaver? I think a unicorn or a beaver. If anybody has a separate Patronus you think that I should pick as mine, let me know. But I believe those are down to earth choices for me.
I'm going to do, don't go back to that particular location where this occurred. If you do stay there, I would encourage you to find somewhere else, only because it'll make it very difficult for you to be in compliance if Mr. Hill sees you around. Now, I'm not saying that you would go about violating the order on purpose, but for your own well-being and the well-being of everyone involved, I would encourage you to find somewhere else to be, okay? I think that's in Riverdale. So I'm going to put, don't go back to the address that's listed on the warrant. So you do with that information.
Like how often I hear of things and in my mind I'm like, ugh, if only we had magic that could fix all of these problems. All of them, including my messy house. I think that's what I'm most jealous of. The fucking spells I could cast. Oh. Seriously though, you guys, I just realized I'm a honeybee going to fucking Harry Potter World. There's no stopping me now. I'm so excited.
What you will, but just understand that, you know, anything that you do may be constructed in a way that makes it look like you're violating the order. So just be extremely, extremely careful that you don't do that. Okay. Now your next court date is going to be on April the 26th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application. What would you like to do?
I guess you review the application.
Okay.
I'm in my court appointment.
Okay. All right. I will grant that request. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Yes. When I was arrested, they said that I had a warrant for the cab, but I was incarcerated during that time. When I had to put out, I was incarcerated, so I was trying to see how is it a way that they can reset the court date, or what's going on with it?
Sure. So I don't have any control over another jurisdiction. I can just tell you, working in the criminal field, if you do have a warrant with DeKalb, either they're going to come and get you, or they're not going to come and get you until this is resolved. So I can't tell you what's going to happen with that because I can't see what it is, so I don't know. But if you're here and you bond out and you have a hold, they're going to take you over there. If you don't bond out, then they may leave you here, or they may come and get you, but you'll have to discuss that with your attorney, and they'll be able to navigate those waters for you. So unfortunately, I can't give you a lot of information, but if you have proof of where you were, then maybe that gets resolved. But I unfortunately am not a lot of help for you on that. Okay.
You said my bond is 10,000?
Correct.
10,000? Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No other questions. That's it.
All right. Good luck to you.
Gotta get back. Yeah.
All right. What's your name?
Roy Willis. Roy Willis.
Oh, okay. Give me just a second. I saw your paperwork earlier, Mr. Willis. I know I have it. Okay. Give me just a second. I gotta find it.
Oh, Judge, why can't you find his paperwork? Guys, I'm gonna drink butterbeer. I'm live streaming from there. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I don't know. Do it on the DL. I'll be like, guys, we're now live streaming me drinking butterbeer.
Here we go. The paperwork on the back of someone else's. Willis. All right. So you are charged with 1 count of battery, which is a misdemeanor. I am going to set a bond at $5,000. Now, you do have special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Trudy Willis. Now, I understand that may be your wife or ex-wife or something like that. However, until your case is resolved or the conditions are changed, do not have any contact with that person. Also, you cannot return back to 7535 LaRose Drive in Jonesboro. Now, hold on just a second. I'll give you an opportunity, because you may tell me that that's your residence, and I understand if that is the case. I am putting in your bond conditions that you're able to go back with the sheriff's department, just like I told the other gentleman, and get your belongings, but you just can't show up there and get your stuff. Now, you may also tell me that that person, Miss Trudy, doesn't live there anymore and that you're free to go back. Well, if that's true, then you can take that up with another judge and have them change the bond conditions. But I can't investigate whether what you're going to tell me is true or not, okay? So I just have to go with this incident. There's something that happened at this address. You're implicated in it. There's enough evidence for it to go to the next stage. And so, I have to do what's best for yourself, for everyone involved, in the community at large, okay? So it's not a personal thing against you, but you have to understand that I don't want any more issues for anyone involved.
Oh, that's my mother, not my wife and my ex-wife. I'm her son.
Oh, I see. I got it. Well, I knew that was obviously with the last name. I knew that y'all were somehow related.
I'm Roy Mac second. Roy Mac Willis Sr. is my father.
I got you.
That's not me. I'm Roy Mac.
I got you. No, they have you as the second.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I was just kind of guessing because I don't have all the information of the relationship between the people. But the bottom line is this: until either your case is resolved or you get another judge to change the conditions, just don't go there. But again, you can go there with the sheriff's department and get your stuff. Okay. Now, your next court date is going to be on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that particular court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney. I'll let you ask a question. You've heard me let everybody ask a question. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or one can be appointed for you. What would you like to do?
I will take a court-appointed attorney, sir.
Okay.
I have no way to secure representation for myself at this moment.
I got good. All right. Well, then I will go ahead and grant that. Now, Mr. Willis, I will tell you this. It says that you don't wish to waive your preliminary hearing, but I'm telling you, if you bond out, it's going to automatically by law be waived.
Put it where nobody can bond me out, because she's done this before where she'll essentially give me like.
Hold on. Don't. Okay. Remember.
I want nobody to bond me out. I'm gonna stay here until my preliminary. Yeah.
I got you.
I want no deal to be made by any public defender on my behalf. I want my preliminary to be had at this jail.
Okay. All right. Well, that is your right, and I'm sure that can be accommodated for you. Now, do you have any other questions about your case?
Well, just because what you brought, you said the evidence that you have is was substantial. But
no, I said that there was enough for it to move on to the next proceeding. I don't have to have. Listen to me, Mr. Willis. Hold on a second. I don't have to have proof beyond reasonable doubt. I don't have to have that. That standard is up here. I just have to have probable cause, which is down here, meaning did probably this occur, right? So I reviewed the evidence before me, and the answer to that question was yes. Now, but you're not going to be able to argue with me about the evidence. So don't argue with me about it. Just listen. Just listen. You're not listening to directions because I've told you to stop talking. I'm being very patient with you. There's a delay between you and I, okay? What I have told you is that there is enough evidence for your case to move on. You can plead your case at your preliminary hearing. That's where you want to talk about what you want to talk to me about, but don't do it here, okay? So unless your question is about your bond or your next court date or your charges, don't ask me another question because I'm not going to be able to help you, okay? I'm doing this for your own benefit, all right? I know it's frustrating. I get it. You said this has happened before, so you know what the procedure is. Do it the right way. Now, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, somebody told me that I could have retained an OR bond, given the situation.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I guess is there anything else that I need to know, sir? Your Honor?
No, that's it. If you don't have any other questions.
You have a blessed day, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. All right. I have two people on my list that I didn't see.
Yes, sir. You want them?
You don't speak.
Well, I don't know the logistics of the interpreter. Do we have one? What's going on with that? Because I have well, I have Mr.
If you want, we could just do these two last.
Okay. Well, what about Mr. Pinkins? I didn't see Mr. Pinkins.
You never heard of Firefly? Also, I'm going to come out and say that Eureka is one of the best sci-fi shows around that was canceled as well and should never have been. But if you have not watched Eureka, the series, Hundy P recommend. Also, it was filmed near where I live, and I love it. It's, somebody tell me they've watched Eureka from Sci-Fi, please. Yes, T-Rex. Yes, she's still smoking hot. Eureka is amazing. I rewatched that a lot. Also, Psych, I rewatched that a lot. That's not as much sci-fi, but Eureka, Hundy P, what I would say like happy sci-fi. Jody's here. Welcome, Jody. I hope you're doing well, friend. We've been thinking about you. Eureka, the whole premise is that there's this town where all the smart scientists live, and they have all of the cool things that we all wish were invented in this town. Oh my God. Like the house that they lived in. Yes, I want that for my house. Anyways, if you've never watched that, please, seriously. What streaming service is Eureka on? Because I want to rewatch it as well. Did she name her car the Blueberry Groom? That's hilarious. I love Psych as well. What another great film. Also filmed right nearby where I live in Vancouver. The first season was filmed in Santa Monica, but the second season was filmed in Vancouver and throughout. Normie, yeah, T-Rex. It used to be on Corner Gas. You like Corner Gas as well? I have watched Corner Gas for sure. I mean, that's been on TV for my whole life almost. Oh man. Yeah. Also, Warehouse 13. Who likes that show? Well, good night, Beverly. Thank you for being here. Monk is good too, yes. But Warehouse 13 for me, fucking amazing. That was like one of my absolute favorite sci-fi shows again. Maybe it was like, I don't know. Oh, also last one. This is not sci-fi, but this is a show that I fucking love and have watched every season of. Burn Notice. Yes, Burn Notice. Already, first of all, I will bring up the outfit that I still pine for to this day. In fact, let's make myself a goal right now to fucking get this outfit because this purse that this lady has is the purse I want. It's like a thigh holster. It goes around your waist and your thigh, and it's a purse that goes right here. Fuck yes. It is so sexy. And her name sort of relates to mine, but here, let me find the picture of it. Burn Notice purse. Fiona purse. Yes, the bespoke hip bag, as they call it. A bespoke hip bag. I want a bespoke hip bag. Oh, fuck, she looks sexy. See it on her hip like that? Oh, that's gonna be me in Florida. I'm calling it right now. That's gonna be me in Florida. Now I gotta pack jeans. Hi, Georgia Peach. Welcome, welcome. What do we have here? We have an evening where we are talking about different TV shows that we love. We are talking about court that we love. I mean, that's sort of a byproduct. And we are talking about my Florida trip, which I am planning in literally 1 month. I will be in Florida. I will be wearing this outfit because I've already decided. And I will be going to Harry Potter World. These are now goals. Also, I'm going to meet Mikey from Credence and Mikey, but that was already a set goal. Did I watch Supernatural? A little bit, but not all of it. I know. I'm going to Orlando for the meetup. I'm going to be in Orlando for a couple weeks working down there. Somebody earlier did the math for me. It is thousands of kilometers and even thousands of miles. So I'm going to make it quite worth it. I felt like Houston, I had a beautiful, amazing time in. Too quick. Went by too quick. So we're going to be spending some extra time in in Orlando. I never watch TV anymore either. All the TV shows that I've just named are literally 15 years old, just so we're aware. Like nothing I named is recent. It is all old TV. And that's because I don't watch TV either. I have YouTube Premium, and that's where I spend my time. Watching Credence and Mikey, which is why I'm literally going to this. Like, I'm a fan.
Corterell Pinkins.
What's your name? Pinkins?
That's a female.
All right. 2 numbers.
Oh, that's a female? Pickens? Okay. Well, Mr. Jose Leon, we need an interpreter for him, and I believe there's a female that needs one as well.
Is that a Spanish interpreter, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I didn't see an email requesting one, so I'll go ahead and request one now.
Okay, perfect.
Is Walk the Line about country music, Georgia? Tell me about that. I don't know. Again, I don't even get ads because I'm not even on, I don't watch TV that often, so I don't even know what they are. But tell me about it. There's gonna be an interpreter. We all know that oh my God. Hell's Kitchen. It's wrong. That is like ingrained in me. Oh, if I could eat at Hell's Kitchen too. Holy shit. My God. Take off so many things on my life. It's about Johnny Cash. Oh, I was right. Okay, good. Kitchen Nightmares is coming out soon. We should do a Discord watch party of some of these shows. I know. Shut up, YouTube Daddy. We're not talking to you. You don't need to pay attention right now. Don't listen to us. Let's do a YouTube watch party while we watch all these shows on Discord, not on YouTube though. We don't need to tell YouTube Daddy about it at all. Okay. I'll put a movie theater link on the Discord and we'll have some movie nights. Shut up, YouTube Daddy. You didn't hear a fucking thing. Fucking smashing your face.
Perfect. Well, let's just hold Mr. Jose Leon until till the Spanish interpreter gets here.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I mean, if you do, we do have a Spanish-speaking deputy.
I feel more comfortable just for the logistics of things. I mean, I speak Spanish fluently as well, but you know, I don't want any issues with the JQC or anybody, any defendants. So just hold tight.
Did he just say he speaks Spanish fluently as well? Like, holy fuck. Judge, you know I failed so many years of Spanish. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Also, Jody, I love you too. Also, do you guys think I should have an ASMR channel where I just whisper on the channel? We don't call him Judge Cross-Eyed Georgia, but he is cross-eyed. We just call him Dismissal Dan because he's our God.
On him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll wait for we'll let these two go last, and we'll just start.
Yes, exactly. Let's go ahead and rock with the females real quick and get that out of the way.
Yes, sir. This is all you ask.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Bianca Backus Walker.
All right, Miss Walker, you're here, and I know that the other person involved in this is here as well. All right, you're here on one count of misdemeanor battery. The bond is $3,000. You do have a note to not have any contact with Maisha Walker. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on April the 25th, 2023. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for court-appointed counsel. What would you like to do?
Court appointed.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask that Ms. Walker be brought up next, only because I need to know which one of y'all is going to stay at that. Let me see. 75, 45. I need to know who's going to stay there and who's not going to stay.
Hell's Kitchen is so freaking good. Also, Lisa, I'm laughing so hard that this is turning you on. The hardest part about me doing an ASMR channel would be not defaulting to my standard yelling, which I want to do now, but I'm not going to because I appreciate y'all being here. But please make sure that you've liked the video. Thank you.
Do you like, or you can tell me if you voluntarily want to leave, that's fine, but I'll put it in here. Or if you want me to ask her, then I'll ask her, but go back to that residence. So do you have somewhere you can stay, or do you want me to talk to her about it? I think they may have frozen. Yeah, they definitely froze.
Great frame.
Yeah, it looks like it dropped off.
Yeah. All right, we'll give it just a second, see if they can
Okay.
reestablish.
I'm still working on trying to get Mr. Mudez on as soon as possible.
Okay, no worries.
Hi, Melanie. Also, yes,
Yeah, they
Orlando,
dropped out.
Chiquita,
So
you
we'll
like
hold
Schitt's
tight
Creek?
until they can come back.
Gosh, I'm trying to be ASMR. Can you just like not while I'm doing that? I honestly wouldn't even think that the mic would pick this up. I'm whispering so quietly from quite far away from the mic. But man, yes, I will actually do a whole episode like this one day. Also, Melanie, welcome. We miss you too. I'm sorry that you have a guest here. Daylight disinfectant. Baby, I've been missing you. Where have you been? I thought you didn't know I had a new channel. Also, this new channel is just me whispering. No, it's not really, but for right now it is. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Grim says Crime Scene Kitchen is a cooking show, but the teams compete to make the correct food based only on clues left behind in a kitchen, like a Blue's Clues crime scene show. I added Blue's Clues. Also, I forgot I'm paused. I thought I was paused, but no, I'm not. Wow. He's just taking his sweet time, and that's fine. It's only Thursday night. What should we call this? Spree Thursday Tickle Your Ear Night. I don't know. I love you guys so much. You can hear me breathing. I can see on my screen when the mic picks up on my voice. That when I breathe in, you can even pick up on that. Also, I have the gain turned way down. I wonder what will happen. Hold on, I'm going to turn it up and see what happens. How creepy is this? Is it louder? Or, oh, now it's going to be louder. That's the right way. I turned it all the way up. I could stand across the room and whisper this fucking mic and it would pick me up. Holy shit. I've never whispered for so long in my fucking life. I'm having thoughts. Whisper Wednesday. Hector, welcome. We're doing Whisper Wednesday, but of course, because I'm doing it, we're doing it on a Thursday. I'm always late. I have fast forward this. I can't be quiet this long. We're gonna have to do wickedly short Whisper Wednesdays where I spend maybe 15 minutes whispering because much more than that, I'm not sure I can do.
Now, just make sure when you go to get your stuff, either somebody goes and gets it on your behalf, or if you personally want to go get it, then that's fine. Just make sure you go with the sheriff's office, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, your next court date is going to be on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that. I've already granted your request for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Step in front, say first, last name. No. Go back.
Lakita Dawson.
Ms. Dawson, You were charged with 1 count of battery family violence. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I grabbed your paper, your application, but I grabbed Miss Walker's, the other person's, I grabbed her charges. That is wrong. You were charged with 1 count of DUI less safe, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $2,500. You are charged with 1 count of misdemeanor, no proof of insurance. The bond is $1,000, and 1 count of misdemeanor open container violation. The bond is $500. So your total bond is total bond is $4,000. Okay. Your next court date is on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for court appointed counsel. What would you like to do?
For the defendant, a court appointed, please, sir.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead and grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
Yes. Is it possible that I could sign my own attorney? I live in a mental facility, and they not aware of where I'm at, and I might lose my house.
Unfortunately, that for that particular charge, I'm not gonna do it for that particular charge. I'm not gonna do it for a DUI. If it was something less severe, then maybe, but not in those circumstances. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
First, last name.
Hey, Shanetta Harris.
Okay, Ms. Harris, give me just a moment.
Sounds like she's introducing herself for a dating site. I'm so-and-so Harris.
All right, Ms. Harris. Oh yes, you are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. The bond is going to be, which is a felony. The bond is $5,000, and 1 count of I'm sorry. Let me scratch that. You're charged with 1 count of criminal damage in the 2nd degree, which is a felony. The bond is $5,000. You are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. Felony. The bond is $7,000. So your total bond is $12,000. Okay. Now, I know that there was a gentleman, I believe it was Mr. Smith, that was arrested with you. You have the same conditions to not have any contact with Mr. Eddie Hill. Now, you do not live at the address where this incident took place. Is that correct?
Yes.
Don't talk to Eddie Hill. Don't talk to him. Oh, you do it. Don't talk to Eddie Hill.
Yes, you do, or yes, you don't?
No, I don't.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, then I'm going to tell you to stay away from that incident location as well, because we don't want any issues with you or anyone else at that location. Do you have any belongings there or no?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I put if you did, but I'll take that off. Okay. All right, very good. Your next court date is April the 26th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that particular court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for an appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
You can appoint one to me.
I still got 2 Spanish.
Okay. All right. I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name? All right. You were charged, Ms. Howard, you were charged with 1 count of giving a false name, date of birth, or address. Misdemeanor, the bond is $1,000. Now, your next court date is going to be on April the 25th. but if you bond out, you may not have to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney or have a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
I'll probably get my own attorney, so I'll purchase.
Okay, so do you want to hire your own attorney?
I mean, I'm not sure. Let's just go with the court appointments. It's just to be safe.
Okay, yeah, and if you do that now and you change your mind, you can always do that. That's not a problem.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Sure, no problem. Now, I know that just based on what I have seen, you know, logistically, you know, if you bond out here, you may be transported to the other facility to take care of that issue.
Wayne County, Brunswick, Georgia?
Yes, correct.
They're not going to expedite me.
Okay.
For like a
That's
dog
fine.
vaccination thing, and they just said it's and they've already checked it. They're not going to. It's like
okay. I got you. I understand. Well, then that's fine. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. No problem. Just make sure you got a good address for us to make sure that you get your court date. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. And get that issue resolved down in Brunswick so this doesn't keep happening.
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to pay that fine. Thank you.
There you go. All right. No problem.
He whispering who to talk to, plus him being so authoritative. On DP getting high school flashbacks, Graham.
Last name?
It's Gloria Pinkins.
Second, Miss Pinkins. All right, ma'am. You are charged with, it looks like all traffic offenses, red light violation or traffic control device, the bond is $500. Driving on suspended license, bond is $1,500. Expired or invalid tag, bond is $500. And no proof of insurance or no insurance, bond is $1,500. 3, 4. So your total bond is $4,000. Are you gonna be able to make that?
I don't have the cash. I'm trying to get my income tax.
Gotta speak up, take your mask down.
I got you. Yeah. I barely heard you, but I did hear you.
I'm working right now. Awesome.
Okay, hold on a second, okay? Well, actually, Ms. Thomas, we can mark her for Judge Bates Johnson.
Okay.
All right, well, as it sits right now, I'm going to set a bond at $4,000. Your next court date is going to be on April the 25th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for a court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Court appointed.
Okay. All right, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
So that mean I can leave today?
I'm sorry?
So that mean I can leave today?
Well, if you make your bond, yes, and you don't have anything else holding you, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. I had my check is in the mail and I don't have no way to get it, nobody to help me get it at all.
That's what I trust on that for.
Unfortunately, I can't I can't control that. You know, I'm sure that there are other people there that have similar issues. I know it's not easy, but you're gonna have to figure out a way to get that resolved. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Angela Smith.
All right, Miss Smith. You are charged with 1 count of misdemeanor battery. The bond is $2,000. Also, do not have any contact with Mr. Smith. I'm assuming that you live at the residence, correct?
Yeah, it's my home and I was letting her squat.
So here's the issue. I can't let you go back there unless your case is resolved or another judge changes the bonding order. But I am putting in here that you are allowed to go back and get anything that you need to, but you have to go through the sheriff's department, okay? So don't have any contact with Mr. Smith and don't go back there.
Right, Elvis. Talk to you tomorrow. Make Larry give you a call tomorrow.
Unless you're going there with the sheriff's department to get your stuff. Now, your next court date is on April the 25th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to have an attorney, hire your own attorney, or have one appointed for you. What would you like to do?
The court appointed.
Okay. All right. I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
He's talking.
I'm thinking, do I have any questions? Just get some things and get out and sleep in my car till April 25th.
Well, until your case is resolved, or if you get an attorney, they can file a motion to change the bond conditions, okay?
Oh, get a lawyer to change the bond conditions. Yeah, because there's no fighting. We didn't fight at all. We didn't touch each other.
I understand. I get it. But don't talk about your case, all right?
All right.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get Ms. Walker.
Please, hold it down.
All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Maisha Walker.
All right, Ms. Walker. I know that the other person involved in this was here earlier. Did you hear what she said or no?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. You're charged with battery, family violence. The bond is $3,000. Well, hold on. Let me make sure. That's something real quick.
Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? I'm saying hi because Melanie told you. I hope you're having a great night. Enjoy.
Yep, okay. Your bond is $3,000. Now, you're not allowed to have any contact with Miss Backus Walker, okay, until y'all's case is resolved or another judge changes those conditions. And she has the same condition against you, so y'all aren't supposed to be together at all until, again, the case is resolved or a judge changes the bond orders. Now, she said that she's not going to go back to the address where this incident happened. So you can go back there, but she said that she'll voluntarily leave so that you have somewhere to stay. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on, I didn't fill that part in, on April the 25th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that particular court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You can appoint one, that's fine.
Okay, give me just a moment. All right, I will do that. Now, do you have any questions about your?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, well, until this is resolved, just you and Miss Backus Walker, y'all just kind of stay away from each other and let everything calm down, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, don't come back.
Oh, you definitely ain't got to worry about that.
All right, good luck to you.
Hey, Judge,
All
would you
right.
like to see the fugitive or the Spanish speaker?
I don't see the interpreter here yet, so let's go ahead with the fugitive. And also, I need.
Okay, you guys, be prepared. I gotta talk in my regular voice now. Can you hold on? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to acclimate to this because I gotta yell when we have a fugitive. You know how it is. I'll turn the game down. Again, I'll turn it way back down. Okay. I want you all to get, okay, here we go. I'll stand even further back. Go ahead and make a vote in the chat. Where do you think this fugitive's from? Pardon me, where are they going to be extradited to? You can see everything. Where is this fugitive from? Where are they going to be extradited to? Ladies and gentlemen, turn the gain way up. No, I turned it way down. It was way up when I was doing the whispering thing. I don't know how to use it. I've only looked up one freaking thing. Bye, Melanie. Bye, Anthony. Enjoy Melanie. It's too quiet. Okay, Iowa, New Mexico, or Jersey. Okay, Jersey is going to be a new one that we could hear. I want to hear some other votes. Where is this fugitive being taken? We haven't even seen the fugitive yet. Let's see if we can bring in the fugitive. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector's guest in Florida. Can we please bring in the fugitive, Your Honor? Bring him in. Come on.
I don't have a bond form.
Okay, well, here we go. We have a look at the fugitive. T-Rex says, it's always Kentucky, which is quite funny. Come on, guys. Iowa, New Mexico, Jersey, Ohio, Kentucky. I'm calling this one Missouri. This is going to be in Missouri. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Missouri, like, deep inside. Like, as deep as I want to go to Harry Potter World, I'm feeling she's from Missouri. But let's see. You know what? The odds are slim. You got 50 states, right? Oh, I see Ohio again. Anybody else want to get a guess in before we continue on with this? T-Rex, you're in Missouri already. You were just in Illinois. How's that even possible? You know, if you drive for 8 hours, you can still be on the island that I live on.
For her or court-appointed application. Are you Miss Borden? Miss Borden, did you have an opportunity to fill out a court-appointed application?
They didn't give me one.
We gave everyone. Okay. And I don't have, I mean, this one, the problem with the late add-ons is I don't have a copy of the warrant.
I don't have a warrant in Georgia, sir.
No, I know.
Hold on, we haven't had one single dismissal this whole time. Holy shit. He's cock-blocking us. He's gonna cock-block us, the big D. Oh my god.
No, you don't. I know the allegation against you is that you have one in South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about that, and I was confused because I called.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, don't talk to me about it. I get it. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes people have warrants in other states. Either they know about it and say they don't, or they really didn't know about it. I don't know. We're just kind of dealing with it as it comes in front of us, you know. I'm gonna have to make an unpopular decision.
I mean, I just got 7 babies at home, Your Honor. I just want to work everything out. Whatever I got to do with them, I'm willing to do it. I'm gonna stand.
Sure, I understand. Here's the thing, Miss Borden. I don't have all the necessary paperwork, and we're ending court. You're pretty much the last person unless we get the Spanish interpreter. So this is what I'm going to do. And again, I understand it's an unpopular decision, but we're going to handle yours tomorrow. So I have all the appropriate paperwork. Now, does that mean that we're kind of 24 hours behind on getting you the fastest way to what you need to do? Yes, that means we're going to be 24 hours behind. However, tomorrow we can knock it out very quickly because I'll have everything that I need. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the Sheriff's Department know to add you because you just kind of got thrown onto the calendar, which is fine. But when that happens, we're missing things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let them know to put you on, that we get everything that we need. So I'll pretty much take you first tomorrow and then get your stuff done. Now, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I know it's not a popular thing, and I know you want to go as quickly as possible, but I just want to make sure that we do everything legit and legal and fast, okay? So
Anything I can allow my mom to know as far as when it comes to my kids, as far as what might happen?
I mean, here's the thing. I'll tell you kind of the brief version of it is this. If you agree, basically, and we'll go over this tomorrow, but if you agree to waive certain rights, then South Carolina will have a decision whether they want to come get you or not. If they don't come get you after a certain amount of time, we'll let you free. If they do come and get you, then you'll have to just address what's going on in South Carolina. That's kind of the fast version of it. So it could go very quickly, or it might be, I think your worst case scenario, you're looking at maybe, I think it's 90 days. But again, I'll go over it with you in detail tomorrow, okay?
Say they can come get me?
No, that's what I'm saying. We'll go over all of this tomorrow, but just let your family know that it could go very quickly, or it might take somewhere around 90 days, but that's a general timeline, okay? Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'll send an email out. Let's get Miss Bermudez tomorrow for the Spanish interpreters, and then we'll make sure we get Miss Borden on officially with the court, with the bond order, the court appointed counsel forms, and all that stuff for tomorrow. And we'll wrap up today. So I'll send an email to everyone involved with those three. Make sure we get them all lined up properly, and then but that's all that I have other than those three. Is there anyone else that we're missing? I don't have anyone.
That's it, Judge. You're right. I'm stuffing my face. You guys, what a lovely evening we've had. A docket dinner. I should have called it a dinner docket. My brain immediately said detention docket dinners. But you're not going to do detention dockets. And so then I took off detention, but it didn't work properly. Again, that was an unmedicated decision. When I was medicated, I was like walking back. I was like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, listen, I love you all very much. We've had a wonderful evening tonight. We've all talked about some fun things. My Discord link is posted and pinned in the chat. We have a really fun time in Discord, and I would invite you to join me there. You're not going to find it to be the same as other people's Discords where they have rules and sort of like all that kind of shit. I just don't have that. But we have a lot of fun. We talk about things. You can ask questions. I have an office. You can come chill in my office whenever you want. And we're going to start the movie theater next week. Yeah, I think we'll do the movie theater next week. Maybe we'll do a movie every month. Like movie night once a month where we all make popcorn and we watch. Don't even fucking talk about it, YouTube Daddy. I'm not talking to you. You don't even need to listen. Okay? Discord. It's called a Discord movie night. YouTube, and you're excluded. Seriously though. We will. It's not breaking any rules. I'm sure it is, but it's not. Allegedly, whatever. Does YouTube actually send messages? YouTube Daddy? He does. I mean, yeah, he sent me a really strict message on my last channel. All that money you made, I just took it away. They literally did that. They took away all the money I made. Which is like probably one of the most fucked up things a job has ever done to me. And it's not that I look at this like a job. It's just I live in Canada and there are labor laws and you can't fucking take away the money that somebody made after the fact because you're not happy with them. But YouTube Daddy can. Does YouTube send messages? Not right now. No. Oh, when I whisper to YouTube Daddy like that, it's because I do believe they listen. I don't know what they... Lisa, you're gonna get the whole channel fucking banned when you talk about that word here. Not really. I agree. We should unionize. Oh, if I could ever be the leader of a union, it would be the YouTube union. I would be like, we demand mukbang safety, and we demand airline video permissions. All the stupid shit us YouTubers do. Anyways, you guys, I love you all so much. Seriously, I love you very much. Please keep in mind, I'm going to be in Florida in a month. I'm going to set up some fun things for us to do, whether it be you coming to Florida and being there with me, or me being in Florida and live streaming some really fun things. We're going to do karaoke. We're probably going to go out for dinner one night together, maybe do a barbecue. I've got a lot of fun things planned, and I'm excited to do them with you. So, I love you all. Please make sure that you've liked the video, you've subbed to the new channel, and come back tomorrow. You know I'll be here. I love you very much, and I'm proud of you. Talk to you tomorrow. Mayor's birthday tomorrow. Holy shit, Mayor. We got Sashina on the stream, and we got Mayor's birthday. Oh, baby. We will celebrate. Maybe with a little free trial.